Okay, boys and girls, it's time for the late night boxing talks. First story that caught my attention. Apparently, kind of been caught up with Duke McKenzie. I believe that Duke McKenzie was a former fighter and a two-weight world champion. For those not familiar with his boxing career, right? The reason that him and Connor had it out is because Duke McKenzie was the guy on Talk Sport who was basically poo-pooing over Connor's win against Chris Eubank Jr. in the rematch. You know, he's the guy who was saying he's the guy with the glasses, the bald guy who was saying that, yo, he beat a beaten fighter, he beat a faded fighter. And you see a lot of that when it comes to Conor Benn's win over Chris Eubank Jr. That I think it's a very convenient criticism because Chris Eubank Jr. out of his own mouth was saying he was weight drained in the first fight. So you can't really turn to that in the second and then say, well, that's the only reason that Conor won because the guy was so weight drained. Some part of it is that Conor came back better. And if you saw both fights, you'll see that, yeah, Conor didn't fight the same way in the second fight that he did in the first. He didn't go out there guns blazing, going crazy, swinging for the fences, and burning through his energy reserves. He came back with a better plan. But a lot of people, Duke McKenzie included, it's like they don't want to give him those flowers. They don't really want to say that yeah, Connor came back better and that's why he won. Duke basically said that no, Chris was a shell. He was finished, and obviously Connor's not going to like that. Realistically, though, how much credit does Conor Benn expect to get generally for fighting Chris Eubank Jr.? And I don't say that because of the weight stuff. I say that because Chris was never really that good a fighter. Like, generally, he was never that good a fighter. He got beat by Billy Joe Saunders, right? He got taken to school by George Groves. He did absolutely nothing as a middleweight. He didn't do anything. What did he do? So and you beat him. And that whole thing with Chris Eubank Jr., it took Conor Benn away from the welterweight division for what, 2-3 years, because he hasn't competed as a welterweight since 2022. We're coming up on 2026. This entire ordeal to make the first fight with Chris and the second fight with Chris took Conor Benn away from that division for 2 to 3 years. And for what? For a guy who got beat by Billy Joe Saunders, taken to school by George Groves, did absolutely nothing at 168, nothing at 160. The justification for the fight, as big and lucrative as it was, and it was a big lucrative fight, it was because your daddy's last name is Eubank and my daddy's last name is Ben. That was the whole thing. So generally, well, how much credit are you supposed to get for that? That's not a big win. It's a big fight in terms of money, but in terms of just beating no, that's not a big win because Chris Eubank Jr. never did anything big. Chris Eubank Jr. is at the very most a nepo baby. At the very most, he never won a world title. Who's the best guy that he beat? Liam Smith, and that's only after Liam beat him. You know what it do, Raider Nation? What it do, Slide and Counter? What it do, El Tortuga? Ya tú sabes, niño, El Santiago, que lo que es. Steve, what it do? Just generally that Chris Connor needs to look at that fight, those two fights, for what they were. Those fights were money grabs. That's what they were. Those were money grabs. The whole thing about you fighting the son of Chris Eubank Jr., you being the son of Conor Benn, it's a money grab. You can't really expect Duke McKenzie or anybody else to be falling out of their seat over that victory. And really, what is that victory? All that did was tie it up because he beat you. Now you beat him. You're 1-1 with each other. But it's not a big win. It's not something that people will respect you more if you can get a title. If you can get a title in the welterweight division, people would respect that a little more. And it's for that reason I believe that Eddie Hearn should make Lewis Crocker versus Conor Benn at 147. Shout out to George. Correction. Got schooled by Groves. Yeah, he got schooled by Groves with one good arm because the other shoulder got fucking dislocated. You know that right now the Haneys are angling for a Lewis Crocker unification match because they're not going to be able to get Rolly. Ryan is otherwise preoccupied right now. So you saw that Bill, he went up to Eddie. He's interested in Lewis Crocker. I am not interested in that fight. I don't really care to see Haney versus Crocker. That's not going to be a fun fight to watch. Unification match and all, I care more about how a fight looks now. I care more about how the fight looks. Is it going to be fun to watch? Nothing involving Devin Haney is fun to watch. Like, no, it doesn't elicit any excitement because if he wins, you know how he's going to win. If he fights, you know how he's going to fight. And it's not going to be fun to watch. I'm not a hipster. I'm not a barista. I don't wear a café. I'm not going to pretend that it's interesting or entertaining to watch him fence and fiddle and feint his way to a victory. I don't actually want Devin to get the fight. I would prefer if Eddie Hearn made Conor Benn versus Lewis Crocker for the IBF title. I would rather see that. The problem with that fight is that because it's only for an IBF title, there are no other titles on the line. There would be a rehydration cap. And Conor Benn, having not made 147 2-3 years, well, I don't think he's going to go for that. So, that's a problem. That's a problem. But if I had to choose which fight I'd rather see that fight. Country, what it do? Real talk, what it do? Troy. I think he might beat Patty Donovan, bro. I think he might. For those that don't know, Tim Tszyu's supposed to be fighting tomorrow, but there's no broadcast partner in America for his comeback fight. I guess he's done with the PBC, right? Because, they've shown his fights from Australia in the past, but they're not showing this one. He's fighting tomorrow against the Velasquez kid. There were fears. They had to cancel a press conference yesterday, I believe it was, because of what happened at Bondi Beach. And, that's a terrible fucking tragedy, right? You never used to hear that kind of news out of Australia. You never used to hear shit like that. That's just horrible. I heard about an incident at a mall a couple of months ago. I heard about now this shit. It's like, yeah, man, you never used to hear shit like that from out of Australia. I'm just praying for Mirage because I really want him to be okay. I love my Mirage and he loves me, So shout out to Mirage. Mirage. But yeah, Tim Tszyu's fighting tomorrow, but we won't get to watch it.
I actually like that. Like, yo, bro, go under the radar, get like about 4 wins, beat some bums, and get back on the main stage.
I mean, you could do that, yeah, but I did want to see how he looks with this new trainer. You know what I mean? I did want to see that. And I did want to see, is he still shell shocked? Is he going to be in there looking weird? Because he's with Pedro Diaz now. And Pedro's a cerebral. Like, I'll be honest that as much as I want him to do well, him and Pedro is like, man, that's like oil and vinegar, man. It's like oil and water, bro. Like, you're an artillery fighter. You're an artillery fighter. At the very best, he's a defensive coach. A lot of the guys that he trains, they're thinking guys. Noel Michelian, Guillermo Rigondeaux, Cotto for a period. He's going to try to make you a boxer. And, I don't know that Tim has it in him to be a boxer. He could sharpen up things, but a boxer, a thinker. So what's he going to be out there on the good foot, on his toes, looking weird?
In a Philly shell.
Right? That's enough. God forbid. I really hope. And but you see why I wanted to see the fight then, that the guys, the guy he's fighting ain't nothing special. But I wanted to see how he looks. Like, how's he going to look? How long is it going to go? Are there going to be any scary moments? We're not going to get to see that. So it is what it is,
Hey, Jules, Raider Nation wants to know who you think is going to be the next face of boxing. That,
it's a tough one, man. I mean,
Canelo's
that's a real tough one because nobody's inspired right now in terms of the guys that are out there generally. Who is a guy out there that you see that a lot of people are really motivated by and excited by? I would have said David Benavidez, believe it or not, because yeah, he does have a coalition of weirdos that really want to give him a blowjob, but he just doesn't have the opponents, and that's a big thing to be the face of boxing. you need the opponents. You need the guys that you could fight 2 times a year that, okay, you're the face. But he doesn't have that, so it's not him. I would say Bam, but the problem with Bam is most Americans really don't watch those divisions. They
Yeah.
don't. So that's an impediment for him right then and there. And then I would have said Virgil, but Virgil is a Jono Sabo. So that's kind of cutting you off to all those sexy Mexican girls and Mexican guys with their big chests. You don't speak the language, bro. Like you're Ricky Martin. You're Ricky Martin out here, bro. Like, you know who you
Yeah.
are.
You're
funny,
fucking
man.
Virgil. You're almost 30, world champion, living in your parents' house, bro.
Almost
Kinda
30, can't say a complete sentence in Spanish. What the fuck is that? You know, and don't hit me with the colonialism bullshit, okay? Because you're not a fucking Mayan, okay? A lot of you motherfuckers really need to wake the fuck up, okay?
Mario
You're not a
Barrios.
fu-
is-
that shit makes me so fucking. That's like if I sat here with a loincloth talking about I'm a Taino Indio. Grow up, bro. Okay? You're fucking. It's so fucking annoying. Like, you get to pick and choose your ancestry. You don't get to pick and choose your ancestry. I'm Dominican. That makes me sub-Saharan African, some part European, and I forgot the other shit. But I accept that. Like, you have to accept that. You know,
Mr. T
countries
says you're
fucking.
getting a
Hey,
bounty
shut the
increase.
fuck up.
Hey, man, you know what? I'm not going to shut the fuck up, damn it. Mr. T says you get a bounty increase, motherfucker.
Shout out to Mr. Calderon. Been gone for months, getting married. I hope you got a lot of pussy, Mr. Calderon. I really want you to get a lot of pussy. Getting married soon, working 6-7 days a week has kept me away from the sport. I have to keep up the. Yeah, I appreciate you, Mr. Calderon. You didn't have to do that, but you didn't. But you did it. Country, shut the fuck up. That is so irritating to me, dog.
I thought you were
see-
alien.
No, I am. But I'm a lot of other things. And when I see my Mexican brothers and sisters doing this homo shit, that I'm the Maya. You're not the fucking Maya, okay? You're not sitting naked in the woods, stroking green frogs and shooting darts at people, okay? You're not ripping anybody's heart out and at the altar. You're not that. You are the byproduct of colonialism, and that is okay. I'm okay with colonialism. You know why? If it wasn't for that, we'd be living in a rainforest eating fucking cockroaches. I don't want to eat cockroaches. You want to eat cockroaches undefeated?
No, fuck them.
Fuck that
Besides,
shit.
I think some of those colonialists were Capricorns anyway. You know?
Hey, some of them. Shout out to Santiago. Jules got my all over print page going ill. Appreciate the shout out and support Much Love panel and comment section. I'll be doing a giveaway on the 24th. Don't miss out. Appreciate you, bro. I love being giving away shit. I hate that shit, you know, and I think because that broad, I'm not gonna say that broad's name. I'm gonna say that broad's name. You know the broad. It's the big butt broad with the purple hair, does the boxing shit. It's
You
one
know,
of
like
those.
keep it simple. Just come out with a flag. That's it. You ain't gotta come out with no dancers, no fucking earrings like Barrios and feathers. Like,
Yeah,
all
because
right,
when I see that shit, I'm like, Brody, you don't get to pick who your ancestors are. Tú eres mexicano. You should be proud of that. Okay. There's a lot of rich, great history in general in the Mexican culture. And you're trying to take a piece of that out. It doesn't work like that. Okay. None of it. We're all mixed at the end of the day. Everybody knows that country is part German, part Scandinavian, part homosexual. Roman,
Fuck off.
Roman, okay. So I just don't like you wouldn't have Puerto Ricans if not for colonialism. You wouldn't have Dominicans if not for colonialism. You wouldn't have Mexicans in that rich culture. And yes, Mexican culture has some European influence, the same as Dominican culture, but that's okay. Okay. You don't get to pick what your ancestry is. You're a lot of different things, and that's okay. But you got these weirdos now. Oh no, I'm just Maya. I'm just the Azteca. So go read. So since you're so fucking Maya and you're so fucking Azteca and Quetzalcoatl and Teotihuacan, go read the Mayan glyphs then, you fucking Mayan. Since
go
you're so
go
fucking Mayan.
go
You
learn
know who
that
used to
shit,
come
bro.
out dressed like that was Yuri Boy Campos. He used to come out decked out like an Aztec or a Mayan, bro. He had the
But
feathers
you
and
could,
everything.
yeah, but you could love that part of yourself. I'm not telling you to not love that part of yourself. I'm saying you got to love the other part too, because that's you also. that is you also. When you make a lasagna, you don't just eat the fucking pasta, right? No, you eat the marinara sauce, the ground beef, the
cheese.
ricotta cheese. That's what makes the lasagna. If you just eat one part, well, that's not a fucking lasagna. Fucking homos, man. I'm sick of this bullshit. You know, ever since Virtuoso turned into a fucking socialist, that shit really chaps my ass. When the fuck has socialism ever worked? It's the same every time there's a surge of socialism. It's always a group of young idiots who think, yeah, we figured it out this time. This time it's gonna work. You know, fuck you, Virtuoso. Clavo!
Yo, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó?
Nah,
What's up, Clavo?
I saw that la presidenta Scheinbaum, she met up with Bonita Fernandez. Esa tipa es más bella que el diablo, man. Yo no entiendo cómo ella boxea. I don't understand that. Have y'all seen that, broad?
Bonita Fernandez.
Bonita Fernandez. Ella es bella, manín, mexicana. She's been boxing for years. Y yo no entiendo por ella puede ser modelo. I don't understand that shit. Pero, you know, people like to fight, right?
Corazón de warrior.
The warrior, the guerrero, bro. The real talk, the Mario
Yeah.
Barrio
Simón,
spirit,
que
bro.
sí.
Que sí.
A huevo, papa.
Oh, wow.
No, tú no ves que ella es bella. Ella es bella.
Damn, she
beat a really good fighter that I'm a fan of. She beat a really good fighter about 2 weeks ago that I'm a fan of. And the fighter's an amateur standout. Like, no es ninguna muerta, ni no tipa que no sirve. Una niña bonita que se llama Nayeli Rodriguez. She's a good fighter, man. And Bonita Fernandez beat her about 2 weeks ago. Y por eso la Scheinbaum, you know, she went to visit her. She gave her a yarmulke, a couple of do-rags. It was really nice, bro. It was really nice.
She's
really
she's
sweet.
31. She's 31. God damn.
Yeah, pero ella es más bella que el diablo. ¿Tú no ves que ella es bella? Linda, manín.
Just, ¿se mira mejor que la Balusa Musdeman?
Depende de lo que te gusta, porque para mí, te lo voy a decir. La Belusa Musdaman, yo veo que ella es bella, ¿verdad? Ella es bella, pero a mí no me gusta. Some people le gustan las Asians. A mí eso no me tripea. Yo prefiero la Bonita Fernández a la Belusa Musdaman. Para mí. Para lo que me gusta a mí. You know, I want the house to smell like beans. You know, I want to have lettuce everywhere, tomate, jalapeño, toda la cosa. You know, yo no sé lo que come esa. Yo no sé lo que come esa Belusa Musdaman. For all I know, that bitch eats scorpions. You know, what do Kazakhs eat, bro?
Yeah,
we eat scorpions too, eh?
Yeah, un tequila.
Bueno, a huevo.
I'm making a badass
man,
part of pozole tonight.
You know, pero sí, yeah. And you know, that was really cool that Scheinbaum, because Scheinbaum seems to be a boxing fan. And well, you know, how could you be the president of Mexico and not know a thing or two about boxing, right? You got to know about boxing. Like, it's just it's in the fucking culture, bro. You know,
well, it's like they're almost their national sport next to soccer. I mean, you know, soccer and boxing.
You know, you're right that you know, Dominicans and Cubans have baseball. That's their that's their sport and their pastime. And Mexicans, they have boxing and soccer. But you know, the world really has soccer. If you think about it, the soccer is a world sport.
Soccer is the most popular.
It's the most watched sport.
Our dumbasses are the only ones that get in on it really late. You know,
no, we're not. No, because you know what it is for us us Americans? It's too gay for us. Well, I'm not just going to be running up and down the field. This is gay. Can somebody get hit? This is gay. Like, yeah, let's just run up and down the field and be gay.
It's not gay. I mean, it takes as long as baseball.
No, come on, country. You don't got to be PG. You know, where you're among friends. It's gay. Okay, you know why I like football? Because football is kind of like the Knights of the Round Table. They got the fucking armor. They got the fucking helmet. They hit each other really.
Like fucking gladiators, bro.
They give each other brain damage. It's fucking great, bro. You know, I fucking love football. Baseball, that was an acquired taste for me, baseball. Like, I haven't been on my baseball shit in decades. But I was a big baseball fan when I was young. Shout out to Ray. You know what I'm saying? Ray's here. Misael said baseball is big in Mexico también. Really?
Yeah.
I would have never known that. I would have never known that.
Well, boxing is big in Puerto Rico, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, boxing is definitely because remember, Puerto Rico is a very small island. So whatever the Puerto Rican people do becomes part of their lineage just because that's a very small island. And
Yeah.
boxing is definitely a part of their history. It definitely is, like, and they're starting to have a surge because they're bringing a lot of boxing to the island. It's not just Jake Paul and MVP. There are smaller promotional outfits, pockets in Puerto Rico that have been doing shows for the last like 3-4 years to bring boxing back to the island. So yeah, it's definitely a big part of their
Yo,
cultura.
speaking of Jake Paul, this is an 8-round fight, bro.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it's not gonna last
This
8
is
rounds.
Joshua's on me, but
Mijo. It's not gonna last
bro,
8 rounds,
no,
bro.
bro.
I think Joshua let
You
him to the
mean to
second
tell
round.
me you put a weight cap on a heavyweight fight? What the fuck?
Bro,
The
I know
What
he
is
game.
the
put
Bro,
he
cap?
you
said
seen
he
that
can't
nigga
weigh more
AJ
than
made that weight easy on a
245.
bitch.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
because for a guy 6'6", that's a trip to the bathroom. That's un mojón. Yeah, all right, I made the weight. Took a shit, sweated a little bit, I made the weight. That's nothing for that guy, man. And I
Yeah.
think he's gonna carry him in the first. I really do. I think he's gonna carry him, but I do think he's gonna finish him in the second. Like that's what I see. That like, yeah, he'll jab him and jab him and jab him, and just see what the little punk's got. He'll jab him and control him, and then in the second, okay, it's time to go home. It's
Yeah,
time to
I
go
Then
said
home.
the
fight
same
Fury,
thing.
huh?
I
He'll
think I'll
fight
let him to the
Fury.
second round.
Who's gonna be the tune-up for Fury and Joshua?
They're saying for Fury, I saw earlier they're talking about Makhmudov. The ugly
Yeah, I
Russian, the
saw
really ugly
that,
guy.
man. I
Does he
Yeah.
beat
saw
him?
that.
I mean, I could
Do you
see
think?
that just because Makhmudov is ass, right? Like, yeah, that's his
Do you
ass.
Okay,
think Fury can actually beat him though? I mean, you think
Well,
Fury can actually beat him?
Yeah.
look, to
Are
be
you
honest
serious?
with you, no. You got to think about it, Ray. Even though Makhmudov is ass, we're not talking about a Fury that's been fighting. We're
Yep.
not talking about a Fury that's been, it's been over a year since he fought. And Makhmudov is a big dumbass. Like, he's a big lummox. He's not going to box with him. He's just going to throw wild Putin punches, wild Moscow punches, hoping that something lands.
No,
So,
stupid ass bitch.
give Fury
No,
Magmadov and
wait, no, no, no. Cause real
get
shit.
the rubber match with
No,
Andy
I
Ruiz out
remember
there.
watching the second Fury Usyk fight. That I still pick that Fury that fought that Usyk, bro. I pick him to beat a lot of these heavyweights, bro.
no, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
good shout that he did. Well, I no, let me say this. You know what? I disagree, real talk. I think that he was more serious in the second fight. He gave it a more earnest effort because remember, in the first one, it's like he was trying to convince you that he was winning with the stupid shit that he was doing,
No, yeah,
the
yeah.
shaking shit. It's like he's trying to convince you that he's winning when you're not doing anything, bro. You're not doing anything.
Mm.
Whereas the second fight, he got beat more comprehensively. It's just he didn't have that scary moment where he's getting ping ponged around the ring. But yeah, you lost that motherfucker, bro. I mean, you lost both them shits.
No, I'm not saying that he did a great job. I'm just saying that Fury is still capable of beating a lot of these heavyweights.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
agree
yeah.
with that. I agree with that. I mean, I
Just
do
because
agree with
Usyk
that.
beat him doesn't mean that Fury stinks.
No, yeah. I mean, I agree with all of that. Just because Usyk beat Daniel, I still think Daniel's a big fucking retard.
Oh
Like
yeah.
you gotta be careful. Don't leave the crayons around him. You know.
Leave a crown around me. Hey, yo, you hear anything about Daniel Dubois and Fabio Wardley?
Oh yeah. I'd love to see
About
that.
them fighting, I heard
Yeah.
that. I thought I heard Daniel say that he want to fight for, and I could go for that for real though. I could go
Yeah.
for that.
That makes a good
Who,
fight.
who you got in that, Herb? Who you got in that? If they were to fight, who you got in that?
I'm going with Wardley.
Okay, one
Same.
Wardley, two Wardley. Real talk.
I'm gonna take Daniel.
One Daniel. Glavo, who you got?
Creo que voy con Daniel también, bro.
Two Daniel. Country, who you
Yeah.
got?
I got Wardley.
Three Wardley. Undefeated?
Daniel.
Damn, 3-3. 3-3. You
Daniel.
know what?
Who you got, Jules?
¿Y tú,
Roman,
güey?
Roman, who you
I
got?
had
Roman, who you
Daniel,
got?
man. I got Daniel winning
For
that.
Daniel.
Hey, Dallas riding for Daniel, bro.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go with
For real.
Wardley. I'm gonna go with Wardley because I think he does hit hard enough. Daniel's defense is not good. Like it's not good, bro. Like
Either is
it's not
Worthy's
good.
though.
Wear and tear
No,
too.
Wardley's is not good, but whoever got more snap on the backhand, and I think that's Wardley. Whoever got more snap on that backhand, like, yeah, you know, Daniel does hit hard enough to hurt Fabio, maybe take out Fabio. He does. But I do think Fabio is a little bit quicker to the draw. And
Yeah.
I think, and the other thing is that Daniel is not he's not going to fence and fiddle and look at you. He's going to come right at you. So when he comes right at you, is that right hand?
The thing about
You know,
Worthy, Worthy's chin has really never been tested by power. He's been tested by boxers,
that's a
not by
good point.
power. You know,
That's a good
Daniel's got
point.
the power.
Daniel
Yeah,
has
but also,
power, and you do have to fuck him up, you know, like
Yeah.
well,
Daniel
that's
got
what we've seen, that it took a lot of jabs for Joe to get him to take that knee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It took a lot of jabs. And when he fought Jarrell Big Gravy, bro, Jarrell was hitting his ass and he just wasn't going anywhere.
I
Right.
know what you're gonna
Philippe
say, but
Pergovic, same shit.
but
he has
Yeah.
a lot
once
of,
he gets in
he has
trouble,
a
he
lot
does
of,
but
have a
let's
bit
be
of quit.
real.
Once he
That's
gets in
not the
trouble,
fight
he
that I'm
does
gonna
have a
point
bit
out,
of
bro.
quit in him now.
yeah.
Why y'all
Usyk, the
talking
shit
over why
Usyk
y'all
did to
talking
him,
over Ray if I'm trying to hear Ray?
the shit Usyk did to him is something I just can't get out of my mind. It's not like you just like lost. Like he really beat the brakes off you like badly, and
Yeah.
he just fucked you up. Like he just
Yeah.
knocked you out and everything. Like it
Usyk
wasn't
butt
Yeah,
fucked
but
him.
when Usyk beats the shit out of a guy, I don't even. It's to the point where it doesn't even count, bro. It's Usyk.
Fury
It
didn't
just
get it like that. Let's
It
just
did.
call it what it
Well,
Yeah.
is.
Fear,
It
no,
Fury
no,
did.
didn't
no,
get
no,
it like
no,
that.
no. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. Me and Real Talk said it the other day. Fury got knocked out, bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
he could
what
have
is
You
been.
the
That could have
first
been a
fight?
Yeah,
knockout.
you
yeah,
got knocked out,
he
bro.
got knocked out, bro.
Anybody else is getting ragdolled from one end of the ring,
Yeah.
especially with all the Steve Gray stoppages that we normally see. That he'll wave the shit off if a motherfucker sneeze hard. But yeah, Fury can get bounced from one end of the ring to the other, and the ref won't stop it. Brody, let's be real. You got stopped, bro. You should have got stopped.
He should. Yeah. Why didn't the ref stop that shit, bro? We seen worse stoppages. I mean, we seen.
Giving
I
him
don't know, bro. I
every
don't get that.
consideration. So I would say Usyk fucked up Fury, and I think he fucked him up akin to Daniel. It's just, Daniel really went out, bro. He
but
really went out.
let us not forget one thing about Daniel though. Once he does get in trouble, he's got that quit in him, man.
He
He has
does have that quit in him. He
Yeah,
does.
that's a
too
good
much
point.
too much wear and tear on him. He's been through a lot of shit.
For a young guy too, because
Yeah.
Daniel ain't but 12 years old. He's just a big 12-year-old.
The thing is, Daniel did fuck up AJ bad. He did fuck AJ up.
He did. He
That
did.
nigga said 12 years old.
Yeah, but AJ
Because
left
he's
his
young
ass
and
wide
strong,
open.
He's young and
Yo, like,
strong, He's a big kid, He's big lummox, big kid, big pussy, big Brazil, bro. Come on. He's fucking bitches.
yo,
Shit, let's
honestly,
watch
I
Usyk
think
fuck a wider now.
I think Usyk should
Yeah.
retire because that Wilder shit is embarrassing, bro. Like, that shit
I
is
don't. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't really like. I said that. Not just him, Crawford too. Like, what are y'all sticking around for? What are y'all trying to do? It's like, it's almost like, yo, the party's over, but you don't want to go home. Like, yo, go
Yeah, that's a good
home,
point.
dog. Go home. It's over. Like, it's a
Because
wrap.
Yeah.
really, the biggest fight on
Dude,
heavyweight
man,
is Fury AJ now.
there's
Yeah.
nothing left to
Maybe
do
they're
but get in trouble.
maybe they're urging for the loss because that's the only thing left for him to do. Really, just lose.
No, because you know
Yeah,
what
but
what it is, bro. It's like, so it's kind of like now that Turkey's coming in the game, he's giving all these big paychecks. They're on their way out the door. It's the same thing like whenever you leave your school and they build that brand new park as soon as you leave, and it's like fucking hard, isn't it?
no, I get that. Like I went to a school called Thurgood Marshall Academy, right? And we had to share the school with another two schools, Bread and Roses, and I forgot what the other school was. And when I get thrown out the school, that's when they move down the block to the IHOP. You son of a bitch! I could have been eating pancakes, bro. Could have been eating pancakes. So
That
I
was a
dig that.
Type shit.
that was
You
a
know what I'm
good
saying?
school, Jules. That was
I
a good
feel
school.
your
My
pain, Jules. I feel
I
your
was
pain.
there. Ask about me. I got into a lot of fights at that school. I had a lot of fights though. Because I was
What
only
was
in
it?
there. I was only in there for a few months, because I got in a lot of fights. Like I think what I got there, normally at the end of the summer, I get there. I think by spring I got kicked out. By spring, because I
damn.
can't fight.
Damn. Yo,
Damn,
yo,
Yo, you had that Gabe Rosado record, like 14 losses or what?
Fuck out of here. I'll fuck your ass up. You don't want to fight me, dog. Like, I don't want to fight nobody, but I'm good
That's
at it. But I don't want
that's
to fight nobody, though. But I'm good
that's a
at
Nah,
it.
good
nah.
school.
Jules was going out on cuts, bro.
That was a good school too. That
Fuck
was a
out
real
of
good
here.
school.
I was whooping ass. What the fuck y'all talking about? I got kicked out of Brandeis for Brandeis, it was for a weapon. Brandeis, I got kicked out because I had a razor. I used to flip the razor, spit it in your fucking face
Oh
right
my
before
god,
we fight.
you could do
Damn.
that.
And you know, they caught. I didn't think the razor would catch it because I didn't think the metal detector would catch it because I used to keep it right here. You know, I keep it right here on the side. And then, you know, if it's going down or whatever, I just spit it in your fucking face. It may cut you and it may not, but you know, I'm just trying to distract you for that moment, so I kick you in your fucking chest. And yeah,
Nah,
it's a good
some
tactic.
dudes were talking about how like you make fun of like guys like Floyd Mayweather or Devin Haney for being boring, but it's like in a street fight they're real dangerous. I'm like,
No, they're
yeah,
not.
what they're gonna whoop your ass to a decision in a street fight.
Imagine a man just rolling his shoulder in a street fight.
Yeah.
They're gonna go to a decision in a street fight.
You know what I'm saying?
Jules look
Like
disgusted,
that's
bro.
because that bro, Devin Haney, you could Devin Haney, you could wrap that motherfucking spikes, he wouldn't be dangerous because
Yo,
he just going
hold on,
You know,
hold on, hold on. Wait,
You
why are
know,
we
Bro,
talking about this?
didn't he
We've
swing
already
on
seen the
somebody?
street fight.
Didn't he swing on somebody and horribly missed? At some kind of
that's
yeah,
the
like,
exact doggy swung at a fucking carny and missed by like fucking 3 feet. Like this
yeah.
is
And then
And
his
then the
guys took
homies
him.
came in to stomp the guy out. I was like, all right, yeah, that feels about right.
that's some bull like
want that
look, man. Some guys are sports guys, you know what I mean? Like the dangerous fighters, like if you really want to think about boxers who are dangerous in a street fight, because there are, Better Beef is dangerous in a street fight.
Triple
Very
G.
dangerous in a street fight. Triple G is dangerous in a street fight.
Pit
Um,
Bull,
um
man.
Pitbull, yeah, because he has a street fighting style. He has a brawler
Oh yeah.
style, and that style, that style works. And la calle, yeah, eso sirve.
Yeah.
That dude is not afraid, bro. He's
Canelo.
gonna
I'd
come
say
right at you.
Canelo. Canelo.
And that's the entertaining stuff.
Canelo no tiene estilo to fight in the street, but he will knock you out because of how he fights. Él va a esperar que tú hagas algo. He's gonna wait for you to do something, and then he's gonna hit you with something you
But
don't
it's kind of
see.
like how Joe Rogan said, it's like anybody who knows how to fight, all they gotta really do is just keep their guard up, keep defense. Because what do you really got? Like what, 30 seconds, 45 seconds,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
then
like
and
your
then you're
average
gassed out.
fucking fight in the street is some sloppy bullshit. Tú no la
Yeah.
ponlo tú. You're talking about boxers, you understand? If they get in with a good one, yeah, you going out, homeboy. One good one, that's it. It ain't gonna be all toda esa mierda, toda esa, no, it's one good one, and you out of here, bro. You going to bed. You know, so Canelo doesn't have a street fighting style, though. He doesn't. But I could see what he would do. That you know what he's gonna do. He's gonna tuck up. He's gonna come forward. You're gonna throw, and whatever you throw, that's it. It's over. Fight's over.
Oh,
Fight's over.
off topic. Was Pacheco that bad?
No,
Lord have mercy.
no. I think that a lot of it is that, and I've been, you know, because I saw the fight one more time. I was playing it earlier today, just having it on. Look, it's not that he did bad. It's that he was in there with a good fighter. Kevin Lele Sajo is another Mobili. He's another Mobili. And I said this shit. He's Mobili with more power. He's Mobili with more power. That, yeah, you could see that when he hit guys, he really hit guys. And it's more like, what portion of it, if a fighter goes in there and has a rough night, okay, he didn't look great. But what portion of it is also that he was in there with a good fighter? It's not like Kevin Lele Sajo is for play. He's not for play.
I think you're giving him too much credit, bro. If I'm being honest.
Nah.
Okay,
I
somebody.
disagree.
I think
Jay,
it was Dan Canobio. They asked him like what he thought about it, and he said Eddie's gonna have to put him in a sink or swim fight. And if you think about it, the last 3 fights have been all fucking layups. You got
Nah,
also Nelson.
no. Steven Nelson was not a layup
Steven
because
Nelson
there's a
was
lot
not a
of guys.
layup.
There's a lot of guys who wouldn't have fought that Steven Nelson. Edgar Berlanga never wanted no parts of that Steven Nelson. A lot of guys didn't want to fight Steven Nelson, so we ain't gonna do that.
You said
We ain't
Berlin.
Oh,
gonna do
they're trying to make that
Relax.
fight a top rank, right? With Berlanga and Nelson, yeah,
Remember
they're trying to
when
make
they
that
were
fight over
both
there.
over there? They were
Yeah,
trying to make that fight years ago. He wouldn't do it
I
at the
remember
height of his
that. I remember that.
popularity.
Well,
I, no,
Jules, I think the
McCumbee was a
But
layup. McCumbee was
that
a
one
layup.
was.
That was a
Yes.
layup.
Hey,
But
Jules,
this,
I think the problem with Pacheco, though, was that two things. One, he didn't know how to navigate the clinch well enough. And two, he didn't have enough power to keep Sajo off of him.
I think it was the power more than anything, because if he had the power, Sajo don't make it that close to you. You know what I mean? If you landing
Yeah.
hard on this guy, if you jabbing and bing, jab, bing, and you putting it on him, he don't get that close to you. But the reason he getting close to you don't hit that hard.
Mhm.
And the
You
only
caught
other
him
thing,
bad.
having a hard.
the
You,
only other thing you could do, okay, you can't just get him off with strength of arms. You got to turn him. Then you got spin on him, get on the side of him, and I don't think he was doing that well enough. That you're making it way too easy for him to crash the pocket on you, where you can pivot, get to the side of him, and keep that jab out there. Just keep blinding him with the jab. But it's like after round 4. It's like he got tired, like his brain got tired. Like, oh God, fucker.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Jules. You don't think it might be time to the 175 move up?
Possibly.
No, I
Maybe,
don't think
maybe
that,
it's hard to
because
make
he's
that
not.
weight.
He's not. No, porque ponlo tú. Si tú estás sufriendo con Kevin Lele Sayo, imagínate with the light heavyweights.
Man,
You're
eso
gonna be
sí.
suffering up there even more.
Eso sí.
Yeah.
Eso sí.
It's
Yeah,
not a
it's
weight
possible,
thing.
but
It's not a weight thing with him. I think two things. I think you're holding your feet a little bit too much. I think you're pulling back in straight lines. I saw that you were doing that. It's not like you pulled back like Jared Anderson, but you were going like this, and you're making it easy for Kevin to get close to you. Where move to the side, move lateral, pivot.
It's just an experience thing, way.
Yeah, you could. I chalk it up to inexperience. But if he don't change that trainer, man, you got to change that fucking trainer, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thief.
Hey,
You got to
Jules,
change that
another
dude,
trainer
bro.
change.
You
I
need
mean,
someone
Sajo was
experienced.
23.
There's guys that are good for a Diego Pacheco. I said it the other day. If you're talking about a tall fighter with a lot of reach, Buddy McGirt is a good shout. He's really good with tall guys that have a jab. Think about it. Callum Smith, Sergey Kovalev,
Colin Smith. Yeah.
right?
hey,
He was good for those guys. So you go to Buddy McGirt, to really sharpen that jab, because that's your best weapon as a tall fighter. Another good shout, even though it's a bit monotonous, would be Manny Robles. Yeah, or Rudy Hernandez.
Rudy Hernandez. Yes.
You see what he's
Junto.
been able to do with Junto Nakatani. That Junto's tall for his weight, long for his weight. You're tall for your weight. You're long for
Facts.
your weight. Go to Rudy. And Rudy's in the West Coast, by the way. So it ain't nothing. It ain't like, yeah, you in L.A. Rudy is in L.A. So go to him.
If he fights Hamza, fuck it, go with Ricky Funes, bro.
Yo,
To that evil shit.
pregunta. Who you got winning that fight?
I got it.
Hamza.
Hamza.
I
Who,
think he
Hamza?
loses him, bro. He loses Munguia and he loses to Shiraz.
Diablo, you don't think he beats
No,
Munguia? The
no, a la
No,
Frenchman
verga.
no,
beat
no. Okay,
the
okay. I take that back.
Frenchman beat
I think he beats
Munguia.
Munguia though. I'm
You think he beat Munguia?
Yeah.
Bro.
For those
You
that
talk,
don't
Man, that's
know,
pump the
Frenchman.
brakes.
Ray
Pump the brakes on that.
has an exceptionally low opinion of Jaime Munguia. Like he
damn.
just he don't rate that dude. He
all
don't
right,
rate that dude.
I got a question for you guys. What do you think about a potential between Sajo and then Billy?
Yo, dog,
Mm.
I don't know, country, but I tell you
That's
what,
a war.
when they was supposed to fight, it was Mobili that pulled out.
I feel like
And
it's just Lester versus Mobility Part 2, to be honest.
no, it's not, because Lester is a boxer. Lester's not just a guy who goes in there trying to take your head off. He's a boxer. That's what Bo Mac got him doing. Sajo and Mobili is pressure versus pressure. That's what that is. That's
Yeah.
just pressure versus pressure. And I will say, most people don't know Sajo already beat Mobili, but in the amateurs, he already beat him. Now, in the pros, when they were supposed to fight a couple of months ago, like I said, it was Mobili that pulled out.
Billy kind of showed
I
his
would see
pussy.
that fight though. I would still like to
You
see
know,
it.
a trainer that I forgot about, bro, in the LA area for Pacheco, if he's still training, because he's up there in age, Roach.
I
Roach is a
mean, yeah,
good trainer.
Roach, but Roach is just
Nah.
Roach
But
is just gonna shake his protein shake, bro. He's gonna give him the protein shake. Get back to
Nah,
yo,
it.
that's
that,
fucked
yo,
up,
that's fucked
man.
up,
That's
bro.
fucked
That's
up,
What
fucked
I
That's
up.
bro.
said?
culero, bro.
What I
Yo,
Bold,
that's
said?
fucked up.
What I
Yeah.
said?
Yo, we need to
Que
ban him in
culero
racing.
eres, güey.
Well, what I said? You gotta shake the
Oh
shakes,
You
man.
bro. You
see,
got the shakes,
Margarito got
bro.
knocked out for doing shit like that,
man,
bro.
they
Yeah.
go pull.
I ain't the
He's gonna,
motherfucker fighting Pacquiao, bro. So
hey,
fuck that shit.
he's gonna pull a Cartman, sit on his lap and talk about, look, I don't even need a quarter.
No,
Okay.
but seriously, I think Roach is Roach would have been a good shout, but I don't really think he's training fighters in the capacity that he was training fighters. You know what I mean? I don't think wild card is still open. Yeah, and he's in there,
Well,
but there are a lot of
well,
other people in there too. You know,
he was training Munguia. I mean, yeah, he looked good.
that's true.
Munguia looked
That's
good.
true. That's true,
Munguia
and he
looked good.
did.
He looked better
Shout
than
out,
with Morales.
shout out to Mr. Calderon. You think Malik Scott could help Diego like Zerto? Possibly, yes. But
Ooh.
it's not just Malik. That's Julian Chua and Malik.
Yeah.
That's a two-pronged thing. But they did
That
help
little
him. You
duo.
could see that. Now he's gonna get his ass beat. If he don't
Who?
fight, I just seen the thing. The Safari fight that he was supposed to have, it's off. So it's like
Who's
what,
fighting?
Zerto? He's supposed to fight
Oh
a
yeah.
guy called Safar in
But he's saving
February.
his pussy for David.
It looks like he's saving his pussy for David. How many months is that gonna be without a fight? How many months is that gonna be? If he don't fight, bro, what's that? Like a year? Because you talking about
Definitely.
May. Talking about May.
That's
I
not looking
got
good.
Ray, who
It's
you got in that fight? I got Benavidez.
I actually picked Zerto pretty much like I want to say years ago when this was talked about. Like I said that he straight up had better boxing skills than David. A year
I agree
off
with that.
isn't really encouraging though. But I think I might still go with Zerto.
I'm gonna go with Benavidez because of the speed. I think that's gonna be a deciding factor. That Benavidez throws those classroom punches when they make fun of your book bag. throws those classroom punches, and he's
It's funny a book bag.
because it's not a
Oh,
jam sport. Because it's not a real jam sport. It's a Euro sport or something sport. Like when people had the fake Sony Walkmans, Kobe, shit like that, like throwing classroom punches.
The Kobe
I
headphones
don't
and shit.
I don't
You
know.
remember the
I
yellow shit?
I don't know. I think people are looking
Yeah.
at the Yard fight now, but it's like no, I kind of did say this. It's like I just don't think Yard has ever been a guy that's ever been able to take out anybody but bums.
I mean, like that's
I
a
think
fair
Zerto
point.
is like a more talented guy than that, just genuinely.
No, and he has a resume. Like low key has a resume. Arthur Abraham, Jesse Hart 2 times, Arsene Goulamarian, Chris Billum Smith, and he really fucked up Chris Billum Smith. Like he fucked him up real good. Like I don't know how Chris finished that fight on his feet.
Yo,
But
He was
Zerto is noticeably slower than David. Like he is like on the inside. David's noticeably faster than him, and I think that's gonna make a difference.
Yeah. See, I was thinking Zerto originally, but have you ever noticed that David fights guys like he fought Yard? He didn't want to fight Bivol or Beterbiev, and now he's choosing Zerto. He's not going up to fight the consensus guy in Jaya Pataya. I think
He
that's
never
saying
fights the
something.
consensus guy.
Yeah,
Never.
yeah,
Also, wait,
and that
another.
tells me he knows he can beat these guys. Because if he did fought the consensus guy, he probably wouldn't win. So I would probably go with David as well.
How do you guys think he's gonna look at fucking cruiserweight now that I think about it? Like no one's even mentioned that.
Like Lizzo before the Ozempic.
Mm.
That speed ain't gonna
Damn,
beat
bro.
it. I think that speed don't last.
That dude gonna have titties.
I don't know. That's what I'm
Titties.
wondering too. It's like I know people are like, he's big for it or whatever, but like, what if it's not? If it isn't just like, yo, you're just fat, bro. Like you're just a fat fuck
Well,
that
yeah,
doesn't want to
but
cut weight.
in
Like, what if it's
fairness,
just that, bro?
Zerto and David have the exact same body type, dog. Both them dudes look like beans on tacos, bro. Them dudes is some fat and flabby motherfuckers, bro. And Zerto's doing good up there. You have to admit that. That no, for Zerto's doing well. So it's conceivable that David could have that same success. He'll have titties, but he could have titties.
I think
and
we're
success.
we're overthinking that shit because Oscar is not gonna let Zurdo win that fight. He's
También,
not.
no, pero yo lo dije que mira, ya él trató con Zurdo. He tried. Ahora él sabe. We're not gonna turn Zurdo into no star y nada así. Y mira que Zurdo hizo historia. He's the first Mexican-born super middleweight champion, the very first. But you never know it. People don't make any light of it. He's the first Mexican-born cruiserweight champion. He's the first. But you never know it. Nobody ever makes light of it. So ya ellos ven que con Zurdo, you can only take him so far. Whereas, David, he's really fucking ugly, gets bad haircuts. People think he's a monster. His wife's got big titties. You can work
the
with that. Like
fuck?
she's got big titties. They're
Hey,
big.
speaking of the UK, right? I want that Haney Crocker fight
I don't want
only
that shit.
Oh,
only if Hearn robs him. We need Eddie to rob that motherfucker.
I don't want to see that. Yeah, because I seen Bill come up on him, and I'm like, Brody, I don't want
Oh
to
God.
see Haney versus Crocker, bro. Like, I
see, he's
don't.
another guy. Haney's another guy that doesn't want to fight the consensus guy. That's why he chose Norman.
Now you know
No,
what
no,
Bill's
no,
gonna do.
no. You gotta
There is
give.
no
Look.
consensus
No, no,
guy.
no, no, no. I'm not gonna do that to Devin. I'm not gonna do that to him. Look, we don't like the way he fights. He's
Nope.
boring.
Yeah.
Nope.
But
Yep.
I do respect that he is willing to fight people. He is like Brian was the guy who was perceived as being more dangerous than Mario Barrios, more dangerous than Rolly Romero, right? Right? And if it were Brian Norman versus Lewis Crocker, I think a lot of people would have went with Brian Norman to beat Lewis Crocker. So I'll give him his flowers. He fought what was perceived as the most dangerous guy at that weight, and he won. Do I want to watch him? Fuck no. But I'll give him his flowers that he
I think
did.
Brian was a little bit overhyped, though, Julius.
Hey, look,
No,
what's
yeah,
gonna
he was
happen?
overhyped, but it's
20
welterweight, bro. There's nothing at
Yeah, there's
welterweight, bro.
nothing there.
Yeah, like he was
25
still the clear best
Ain't
guy at that
that the
weight
truth?
class, like regardless.
But he's not like
Yeah,
talking
25%.
like
Yeah.
154 guys. He's not like calling out bigger names. It's like
25% of that hype came from Brim. Just Brim, bro. The
Well,
rest
you
were
you
his
said
knockout.
this motherfucker. No, this motherfucker
Blame
being
it
nice.
on Brim.
75% of that shit was Brim under like 5 Twitter accounts, talking fast, bringing up IBF bylaws. He probably arguing with motherfuckers right now. No, because he didn't duck him because he like, all right, bro, all right,
Who's in charge of the
all right, bro.
fan pages?
That
Yeah,
motherfucker really made me change my pick, bro. I was so negative about Brian Norman this year. Brim talk,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, he could really do it, bro. Yo, Brian could do.
Yo, he start
Brim was
talking
over.
that IBF shit. It's like hypnosis, bro, because he's talking so fucking fast. It's like, oh shit.
it was so funny that on fight night too, he was nowhere to be found. That was
Bro, he crawled under a refrigerator, bro. He slid right under that
Yeah.
shit.
I remember Brim was saying, "Hey, bring your pillows. Bring your man."
Yo, man. Never no. Do you know what else he said? Y'all let him off the hook. He said that Stephen Fulton. Y'all didn't say, man, y'all remember what shit he said? At the
Nah.
end of it, Stephen Fulton gonna have a better career than Boots Ennis. Look at
I
Stephen now.
mean,
No, look at Stephen now.
I'm gonna be fair to
Bro, did
Brim.
Brim
I
really
couldn't
say that?
predict. There's no way you could predict Stephen Fulton missing weight at 130 pounds like that.
I'm
Like
just
nobody was
saying
able
it.
to
I'm
predict that
just
shit.
saying that it aged badly. That's all I'm saying. It aged bad. Yo, Oshaki took that motherfucker to school.
Don't know
bro.
why
He
you
did.
guys thought any different would happen in that fight.
Just using
No,
the
I thought they was
jab.
gonna. No, you know what I thought? I didn't think it was boxing shit. I thought they was going to jerk Oshaki. Is what I thought.
Yeah.
It's a PBC show. That's what I thought. It wasn't thinking that Stefan is all that. It's that Brody. You see what they did to get Rolly a belt? Did you see what they did to get Rolly a belt? They ain't got no shame over there. So yeah, I thought Stefan was gonna do it. Not because Stefan is nice, because they ain't got no shame over there. Shout out to Virtuoso. Got a link. I got you right now.
I dropped
And
one.
don't come in here peddling that commie crap.
Or talk about my Cowboys and shit.
we have to give him the famine uppercut from
Oh, fuck the
Horgovic.
Cowboys.
He gonna
Forgot about
come in
Hey,
here
that.
and
fuck
start
Yeah,
y'all.
handing
Chris will
out
put that
fucking
on.
pamphlets and shit.
Hey,
You know
The
what I'm
Cowboys
saying?
lost to the
Hey,
Vikings.
Joe, check it out.
Hey, fuck you, country.
Get her.
Hey, all right, big. And that fucking, okay,
Shut
you
the
got it
fuck
all.
up, country. Goddamn.
Country.
Long ass laugh and
Right.
shit.
So you got it
Get
all.
her.
All right, being
Get
that
her.
Haney has this $63 contract with Turkey. Do you think that that's gonna play a factor in when he does press Crocker and be like, bigger paycheck over here, come sell that belt to me?
I mean, like, really? Yeah. If you Lewis Crocker, you know, you got two options. You could wait for Connor Ben, but I don't think Connor's gonna do it because of the rehydration cap, right? The IBF shit. So I mean, if Devin's trying to get down, you gonna get a nice bag. Come on, Lewis. You know damn good and well somebody's gonna beat your ass sooner or later. You probably gonna sell that belt to Gavin and Virtuoso. He loved them Devin Haney fights, bro. Communists love Devin Haney, bro. Fucking
That's
love
not
that guy,
true.
bro.
No, we need Eddie to rob him, bro. Fuck, rob this
Not
motherfucker. Do it
gonna
for us, bro.
happen, bro. He's gonna go over there. He's gonna do his finesse, fence, and fiddle bullshit. I don't want to like yo, dog. I get depressed thinking about Devin Haney fights, bro.
You,
I
you
get
remember you
depressed.
remember
Like,
when Floyd fought Ricky Hatton and he went over there and he put his leg on top of the bar and shit?
yeah,
Devin's gonna do the exact same thing, bro. He's
Devin
gonna
is.
copy everything, bro.
It's
Who's
like
more
yo,
boring
on
at this
one,
stage?
and
Like
you gotta give him credit that if Devin were to win that fight, that would be another undefeated champion. No, wait, Lewis isn't undefeated, Rizzy.
He
Is
is
Lewis
undefeated.
Crocker? He is
Yeah.
undefeated, right? He is.
He just had a
Yeah, I
draw. That's what
mean,
you're thinking of.
yeah, I mean, he is undefeated. Like you gotta move him up to pound for pound. It's Rigo, but Devin isn't Cuban, basically. But it's Rigo all over again. Like, yo, this
Frank
dude is
Sanchez?
so.
Who's more
I'll say
boring,
this too.
Sanchez or him?
It's low key like an angling pound for pound move too. Cause like I remember somebody mentioned this on BDA. He was like, "Yo, you go through those Devin Haney opponents. It's like, damn, it's not Gervonta Davis bad, but it still kind of stinks, bro. Like you look at
I
that
mean,
first champion, right? It's George Kambosos.
yeah,
You look at
Yeah.
that second champion. It's a washed up
Regis,
pro grade, like
washed up
washed. Like,
prograde, bro.
and then you look at that third champion.
The fabric
By God,
softener,
Brim sold me that shit, bro.
And he
yo.
lost. He lost to long. He lost to
And
long.
then
Yeah, he
you're
lost.
gonna say Lewis Crocker, a guy that probably should have lost to what's his name, the Irishman. I forgot the name of
Brim
it.
shouldn't be allowed to watch TV for 3 years, bro.
For
Take his phone.
that, for that.
Take his phone.
That's his punishment for the.
That motherfucker should just put up drywall for the next three. Like yeah, you fucked up. You fucked up. Shout out to
Patty Donovan
Cervecero.
has to
What's
fucking
more manufactured, David's hype or his broad? I think his hype more. Like the ass looks real and the thighs look real. I don't know about the titties, but David's hype is more manufactured than that broad. It
Hey,
is.
you're about to wake up Mirage.
He's gonna need titties to win his next title
He's got a
himself.
pie. He's got a pie. He's got a
He
pie.
disrespected the Benavides.
I'll say this. Look, he beats Zerto. I'll put him on my pound for pound
No,
list at
I'll
least.
put
No,
him.
yeah,
No, yeah, I'll
absolutely.
That's
put him.
probably it
I'll
though.
put him if he beats Zerto. Like I will, but
Then he'll run from
that's
Jai.
strategic as fuck because I can't see him fighting Jai, bro. That dude
Yeah.
is a maniac, bro. Like something wrong with that dude, bro. Like dude is a
I
nut.
mean, what's his other options? Like retire?
Well, but that's why I said that he doesn't have the ingredients to become the face of boxing. Because do you, Ray, actually trust him to have that fight? Do you
No.
trust him to
Probably
fight
not.
Jai? If you're running from a 40-year-old better beef and not a heavy-handed beevil, and you're running, bro, like I'm not gonna play this fucking game like I don't know any better. You don't want to fight those fucking Russians. You don't, okay? You made this decision to fight Zerto a long time ago, which is why I seen it coming. Okay, so you go up there, you fight the fat guy, and then what, bro? What are you gonna do? It's not like it's a whole heap of names up there for you to fight. But I just don't see him fighting Jai. It's too risky. It's way too risky. You know? So he's gonna go up there, probably fight Jesse Hart 3 times.
Is Jesse
It's gonna
Hart
be
the
horrible,
cruiserweight?
dude. It's gonna be.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, what is he gonna do up there? That's not an American division at all. At all. Like, yeah, America doesn't have really anything going on at cruiserweight. So you don't have American opponents. You just got a lot of guys from Lithuania, Estonia, all these white
Poland.
boys from these cold places and shit.
I mean,
It's
you
not a
think
lot of
maybe he gets?
Americans over there.
You think he maybe gets that guy that Jack fought, Mikhailovich or Noel, whatever?
He could, but Michaelian would have to wait a long time because if the fight with Zerto is in May, right? You're not looking at a Michaelian fight until what? Fucking fall?
Battle
Right?
Jack. You might.
No, but I do thinking about retiring. He about to get up out of his old
Oh yeah,
ass.
for
Yeah,
sure.
but he's in a
He
fight,
should,
isn't he? He's
man.
about
The
to fight
guy's
somebody.
ancient.
No, he already fought. He lost his belt. He already fought. He
Oh,
fought on Saturday.
my bad.
For
Damn.
a boxer, he's
Why-
ancient though,
wait.
dude. He should retire for real.
Yeah, I mean, like, how old is he? 42? 40 something?
42. Yep, 42.
Yeah, man. Go do OnlyFans.
Well,
bro.
David will
Get you.
call him out. David's fat ass will call him out.
Not if he
Ah,
retires. You know, and we got
Yeah.
we got AJ Jake Paul this weekend. How do you feel about that, Ray?
oh, you believe I'm watching this one? Yeah, nah.
I do believe
I'm
it.
gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Here he
honest.
go with
I'm
the
gonna be honest.
hipster shit. Bro, you know you watching that shit, so stop
I'm
playing.
not,
You know
bro.
you
Hey,
all right. So what, the TV gonna be off?
yeah, bro.
What you gonna take a
Well, that's
bubble bath
that's a
during the
Saturday. That's a Saturday,
Yeah.
right?
That's a Friday. It's a Friday.
It's a Friday.
It's a
Yeah, he's
Friday.
gonna throw up a
Damn.
bath bomb and just soak himself and shit.
No, man, you're gonna have a bottle of Mr. Bubble.
I'm saying, like, you're gonna watch that shit. Don't fucking play with me. You're gonna watch that shit. Everybody's gonna watch that
Yeah,
shit.
to see Jake Paul get laid the fuck out. That's
Yeah.
it.
If he gets laid out, is it over? I mean, is it really
Oh
over?
yeah, for sure,
I
bro.
hope
What's
so, man.
happening
I
after
hope
that?
so.
Listen, I don't think it's gonna
Tommy
happen.
Fury.
I think it's gonna be a stinker, and no one's gonna get knocked out.
Nah.
If that happens, I will personally
Okay,
shoot
I
AJ
mean,
once he gets out of the airport, bro.
I
Yeah,
said it.
yeah. If AJ don't knock him out, we gotta find him and we gotta shoot him in the chest. Is what we gotta do.
Yo, now that you mention it, you would have been better off fighting Fury.
Yeah, that's right.
You win.
Because he has to knock him out because
What
of
you mean?
taking this shit.
Jake Paul.
What you mean? Like he would have been what? Tommy Fury?
No.
Joshua and
Tyson
Tyson.
Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
That would have
but
been way more.
Tyson.
You would have.
What you think it would? You think it would have been bigger?
Yeah, with all the trash talking.
I guess. I mean, no, you're right. I mean, Fury does talk a lot of shit. He does, he says a lot of shit. I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
Other British fans would tune in for the Fury.
I wouldn't have been excited about that though, because if it's Fury, what you about to do in Ngannou this thing? We about to see 12 rounds of you and Jake Paul? Fuck out of here,
Sorry.
bro. Yo, that Rob
what's gonna be.
Reiner shit. The son is the one that killed him. Did you hear
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah,
The
he
son
did.
is
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
that killed
Yeah,
him,
bro,
bro.
that's sad,
What?
man.
He was a
Whoever
drug addict.
thought-
Yeah, when I
Whoever
told you,
thought Meathead would go out like that, you know?
when I
That's
told you
crazy,
last
bro.
night, what I told the
That's
panel
crazy.
last night, knives are personal, guns are
Yep.
business.
Yeah.
Yep. You
Yeah.
ain't lying.
What the? How you do that to your mom and dad, bro? What the fuck wrong with these motherfuckers, man?
Drugs,
Oh, those
bro.
two people
The
he
drugs.
white
killed, right?
people, bro.
Shut up, dude.
I couldn't hear nothing nobody said because everybody want to talk at the same time like the Planeteers.
He's too
what-
far gone on drugs, bro. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? It was drugs? It was
Yeah.
drugs?
Yeah, the guy had a
wow.
bad drug problem.
And mental health problem.
Yeah,
That's fucked up, man.
that's
Poor
crazy.
Rob, man. Poor Rob Reiner. And he got a daughter too. He's got a daughter. She's the one who called Billy Crystal over there, and they saw the bodies. It's like, yo, this is
Oh,
gruesome,
dude.
bro.
God
It's
damn.
fucking
Him
crazy,
and
bro.
Larry David both went over there.
Fuck.
Kramer. You talking about
Larry-
like George
No,
Costanza?
No,
Larry,
the creator of
Larry
Seinfeld.
David, he was-
No, Larry
Uh,
David. Because that's who Larry David is. George on that. That's who that is. That's who that's supposed to be. George
No,
is.
that's Jason
Yeah.
Alexander, but it's based on him. It's based on him, but he's basically
No,
the
that's
star
what
of
I'm. No, that's what I'm saying.
Curb Your
That
Enthusiasm.
George's character is based on Larry David. As George's
Yeah,
character
yeah.
is based on Larry David.
Okay.
That's fucking great. Boom, boom. So he gets to the house
I didn't
and
know
they
that.
laid out. They're bleeding on everything, and you hear the shit. Boom, 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 boom.
Nah, you heard the
Kramer
Curb
come-
Your Enthusiasm at the end
Oh
credits.
man, you wrong for that.
I
You
didn't say
wrong
nothing.
for that,
I
man.
didn't say nothing. I didn't say shit. Boom, 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 boom. Kramer goes in there, eats a slice of bologna, leaves. Right?
That's horrible.
Yo, the world is sick,
Jerry walks
man.
in. What's the
It
deal with all
is.
this blood?
What's going on here? Yo,
was
you
always
gotta
a
stop
shtick.
playing. Yo, stop playing with that shit, Virtuoso. Stop playing with that shit. Yeah, man. So there's that.
Yeah. This
What else we got going on? Because
Saturday.
I think there's a card on Saturday, but it's like a little show. It's like a local UK show on Saturday. It's a Matchroom show. Then you got the Matchroom Africa shit with Craig Richards and Dan Aziz. I'm gonna watch it, but
Ugh.
yeah, man, I'm gonna watch it, but
It's skippable.
I'm gonna watch it, but I might not go live. Like, what I'm gonna? It's Craig Richards, bro.
Nah, he's shameless, bro. If you go live for
Yeah.
that.
Fuck, I look like
Yeah,
going
that's where they're
live
gonna
for
drop into
Craig
traffic.
Richards, bro. You know what I'm
Craig,
saying?
Yeah.
Then
Craig
you
and the
got Lawrence Okoli, because it's two Africa shows. It's the one that Matchroom is doing, and then it's the one with Lawrence Okoli. And it's like, Brody, if a motherfucker go live for a Lawrence Okoli fight, bro, just take that motherfucker TV away. Like, what the fuck? You going live for Lawrence Okoli, bro? Ebenezer Tete? That's what we doing? Shit. There's like 4 or 5 cards left in these few weeks we got of December. There's like 4 cards because there's also the Night of the Samurai with Ino and them. Now that I'm definitely going live for that. I'm going live for that. He gonna beat the shit out of Pablo Picasso. He gonna fuck him up. Big Junto's on that card, so I got to get down. Got to watch. Oh, and the Taraji versus Willibaldo Garcia fight. I'm looking forward to that. See if Taraji could hack it as a super flyweight. I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be a good card, man. But it's just $60 to watch a bunch of Japanese guys that if you put them all together, they'd weigh a whopping 125 pounds. You know, that's some
A bunch of
fucking
guys I watched
bullshit.
for free, but a year ago.
That do you see the point that I've been making, Ray? That like, yo, how y'all took these guys and now it costs us $60 to watch them. We didn't used to have to pay $60 to see these guys.
Is
But
Japan still getting it for free at least?
I mean, I think they are, but we're not. Ain't that about a bitch? They getting it for free, but we're not. Ain't that about a bitch? So we got that fucking shit. Fucking Ioannis Teles said he want a Baru rematch. Good fucking luck, homie.
Yeah, you're not getting that, bro.
Good fucking, you know what I'm saying?
You're not getting that.
It's like, yeah, I want Haley Bailey to sit on my face. Well, I
I feel
bet.
bad for you, brother, but
Hey,
that's
no,
it.
I heard
That ain't happening.
I heard Christy flopped.
I heard that
Yeah,
shit
it did.
flop too, man. I heard that shit flop too.
Oh, that's out too.
But
Wow.
in
Yeah,
defense,
been up.
in defense of the movie, it's not that I don't think it's that Christie flopped. A lot of movies flopped this year. They said this has been the worst year for movies in over 32 years.
Jeez.
People just not going. People just not. They not hype off of nothing right now. I don't think it helped that she got all the fat ugly bitches mad. But I'm with Sydney on that. Like, nah. Listen, bitch. Okay, the bitch has good genes. Okay, she's
Yeah.
allowed to say that. She's entitled. She's allowed to say that. Same way you could say that, she could say that. Cause she's a white bitch, don't mean you get to dictate to her what the fuck she says. What the fuck is wrong with you? Blonde
Yep.
bitch, blue eyes. She's a cute bitch. You want us to pretend that she's not? I'm not doing that. Maybe Virtuoso and all them fucking communists is gonna do that, but I'm not gonna do that.
There was no TNA in the movie though.
It's all right. I could imagine that. I'll just watch reruns of Euphoria. She shows her titties a lot on that show. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
That's why I gotta bring this out periodically. This is a great example of how you can have two different things. You can have two different things that are very different. They're very different, but the things that you like about them are
Mm.
different, and that's okay. That's okay.
The
You see what I
curves,
mean?
boy.
Hey, listen, it looks like Haley has fupa, controlled fupa.
Haley Bailey don't got eyebrows. That's why Chloe's better.
I just want to sniff it, man.
She got
Mhm.
fupa.
Shout out to the Fupa, bro. And then there's good stuff like this that this is good for the body too. You know what I'm saying?
I think she's perfect. Like whenever I'm about to go out and I need to iron my shirt, I just put on her and
All
on
right,
my shirt
Borgsky. All
on
right,
that
bro.
flat
Motherfucker
bitch,
don't
man. Get that,
disrespect the
hey,
Taylor
yeah,
Swift.
hey, get
Oh,
that fucking get that Starbucks barista
Yeah, but
built
that
bitch
shit,
out of
yeah,
here,
but
bro.
that shit pissed me off when I seen that shit because it's like, and look at the bitches that's getting mad. It's like, bitch, you
It was all
should be mad.
fat women. That, you know.
No, but it's also, yeah, but it's also the complex that it's like, look, I'm not the connoisseur of Caucasian bitches. I'm really not. But how do you have the audacity and the nerve to try to dictate? Yes, she has good genes. You want us to pretend that she doesn't? She has
Yeah.
good genes. She's fucking like what we got to phrase everything we say to cater to your fucking
Yeah.
inferiority complex because that's what the
Yes.
fuck it is.
Yeah. If it
So
was
a white,
Beyonce, you wouldn't have said anything.
yeah, they
If we're
wouldn't have said
honest,
nothing.
it's because of her skin color. If we're
Yeah.
being honest.
No, no, I of course it's because of her skin color, but what I'm saying is, look, I'm not for any group of people. I'm not for any group of people of any denomination groveling to any other group of people, but that's what they expect her to do because she's a white woman. It's like,
You,
no, you
you
don't gotta grovel to these self-conscious, fucked up looking bitches. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yo, you know what's the weirdest shit, bro? Is when the white liberal women are like, "Yeah, what's wrong with her?" Like, what the fuck? She look
The shit,
good.
bro, the shit with white liberal women is they have a narcissism complex to where they believe that they can right all the wrongs of history by groveling to minorities. That's how their
Yep.
mind works. That's literally what it is. That you don't like yourself, you don't like your people, you're
Yep.
not proud. Now, I believe that all people should be proud of who they are. All people of all denominations, because there's good in all of them. But liberal white broads is like, yeah, like you just trying to get invited to the cookout. You don't have an identity. You just trying to get invited to the cookout. Like you don't see. I would not respect Undefeated as much as I do if he didn't stay on code a little bit. Like, yeah, you
You know what I'm
Mexican. You
saying?
gotta you gotta back. Like, yeah, you gotta love something. When I see liberals, especially Caucasian liberals, and they on that kind of time, I'm like, bro, I don't trust you. You don't love anything. You don't love yourself.
Yep.
Fuck you look like groveling out here over shit you can't do nothing. That shit that happened in the past is in the past, homie. You can't do nothing
Yup.
about that. That shit don't got nothing to do with you. But you try and get invited to the cookout. You try and get a hot dog and a burger. See, I get invited to the cookout. I don't gotta do none of that shit. I'm me, motherfucker, all the time. Sometimes I'm undefeated. Sometimes, other times I'm country, motherfucker. And I'm gonna be at the cookout with three fucking burgers.
Yeah, but you're not Brim.
What?
Sometimes you're not Brim though.
Sometimes I'm Brim. Sometimes.
Like
But
I'm
I can't fucking stand liberals. Like, yo, you don't have an identity. You don't love nothing. And I don't respect you for that. You don't love yourself. You don't love you don't. Nobody's history is clean, but you don't want to understand that because you're stupid. Like, you're literally stupid. You have a low IQ. No one on this planet's history is clean. So why do you think, you and your God complex, that you have to write all like, get the fuck out of here. My history's bad. Undefeated's history's bad. Countries is worse than ours, bro. Like, this guy's a maniac.
oh shit.
You
fuck
know what I'm
you,
saying?
country.
Fuck you, country. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there's it's a God complex. It's a God complex that some of those people have, that they think that, oh yeah, we're the enlightened ones. You're just groveling. You're just groveling. That's all you're doing. You're groveling and pandering to people because you have some kind of narcissist bullshit going on. I don't give a fuck what it
And
is,
they're a
right?
fat
The
lord ass.
reality is, you ask most men with penises who like vulvas, you know what they're going to tell you? Sydney's a beautiful girl. That's what they're going to tell
Mhm.
you.
Simple.
The fuck is wrong with you? They
And-
may not even like her particular body because she's just a pretty girl is all they're saying. She's just a pretty girl. You can admit that. She's a pretty girl. But y'all don't want esta blanquita. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, okay? Just get the fuck out of here. I seen a video of a fat broad with no hair giving Sydney the finger. I'm like, seriously?
Hey,
No,
did you?
because you're the pretty one. You're the pretty one, right? Not
And this
her.
rant
You.
was brought to you by gay shit and immigrants.
Telling you, man, that's all I care
Hey,
about in that party, bro.
speaking of fat broads with like almost no hair, did you see that video clip of Ryan Garcia punching on that one?
Oh
That,
my god.
He punched
You know,
the
that
he's got a thing coming up with Christian Rock. He's got a thing coming up. You got. I don't know if you guys know who that is. It's one of those
That's a reality bitch, her boyfriend Blue.
reality bitch. That's Blueface's ex. You know, and I was just thinking that Ryan, I know that you're doing this to, enhance your profile and maybe sell the fight. But what percentage of the Christian Rock fans do you think are going to buy the pay-per-view? He
Eddie,
strike you as the kind of people that are going to buy the pay-per-view?
the Zeus,
Maybe.
the Zeus bitch.
I mean,
That's
like that internet shit is such a it's such a spell. They're like, yeah, there's people online that talk about Christian Rock all day. These are not people that spend money. They're not. That bitch got one tooth missing in the front,
Now, but
right? Like
if most
she
of
does.
their audience is on Zeus Network.
Yeah, and if you seen her kid looks like he belongs in a fish tank.
Oh man.
Tough titty.
Motherfucker look like a wild carp. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to motherfucking El Cagón. Elizabeth Banks is my number one. Güera. No, sí, a mí me gusta la blanquita. Pero I just don't like the idea that a group of people, any group of people, pero es que they like to fuck with they really like to go after the Caucasians, which I don't think is good. I think you breed more division and you create more problems by telling an entire group of people that they're supposed to grovel at your feet over things that have long since passed and bondage that you never experienced. You're just exploiting it for personal gain. You
Yeah.
never worked on a cotton field. You never worked on a plantation. No, you didn't. That's not your suffering. Other people paid that cost, not
Exactly.
you. You're just exploiting it. That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
Nobody's stopping you in this modern day and age from going to uni, from studying what you want to do, from becoming what you want to be. No, nobody's stopping you from doing any of that. This is not the 60s. You're not marching on Selma. You're just being fucking lazy. Okay?
Yep. Yep.
Nobody owes you an apology. Bullshit. Yeah, nobody owes you an apology. Do you think I'm running around asking the Spaniards for an apology for what they did in the Dominican Republic? No, I have better things to do. I have better things to do. You
Ren is
fucking
still
Spaniards.
fucking Ren is still doing the first, motherfucker.
We're still doing the first, motherfucker. But I don't because there has to be balance. There has to be balance that if you're supposed to be trying to make things better, you can't look at any group of people and try to alienate them. And in the last 30 years, what's become very popular in some groups is to attack lo blanquito, lo güero. And I'm like, no, I'm not with that. I'm not with that. Them people ain't do nothing to me that you wouldn't do nothing to me. So that you wouldn't do.
Yeah.
So it's,
Boy,
I'm not with
good
that.
point.
That
Yep.
that breeds division. How do you think they're supposed to feel? What are they supposed to kiss your ass? They're not. Like I'm gonna tell you, as a member of a minority, as a foundational black American, don't kiss nobody's ass. I don't need you kissing my ass. I don't need you apologizing to me for what the fuck happened in the
Foundational what?
Dominican Republic. I'm a foundational black American. You want to see my card?
Yes.
I have a card. I have a pamphlet. It's in the
Did
car.
you
I'll
take
get
it
it
from
later.
Adrian Broner?
Yes, I did. When they revoked his, they gave me mine. Talking shit. This is my daughter. This is my
Oh
daughter.
shit.
Oh shit.
You're,
Oh,
you're a
there goes dad
foundational mulatto
again.
Chilean.
There goes dad
That's what
again.
you are.
But seriously, no, but seriously, that it's not healthy for us as a nation to look at any one group of people and say, yeah, you can't. No. That's not how this works, man. Leave the past in the past. I'm not telling you to forget it, but the reason you're broke, the reason you're not of the economic standing that you want to be, the reason you're not where you want to be in life, it's not because of the past, it's because you're a jackass. There are enough people out here getting money. There are enough people that come from crappy neighborhoods just like us that they're doing fine because they work towards their goals. Your problem is you'd rather believe that someone's no one's holding you back. You're just stupid. That's
I
it.
remember, I remember 2008 when Obama won. My government teacher, he was like, "Hey, after tomorrow, after today, when Monday, it was like after the election, he like you have no excuses, zero. You got a black man in
And
the
there's I
office.
mean,
That's
there's
it."
so many great examples. I think it's just because that in the communities that we come from, they tell us to idolize the wrong fucking commie and his commie mic. Um,
No, that's not me.
it was
Mom
you,
Donnie,
bro.
man.
No, keep talking, bro. Go ahead.
In the communities that we come from, they keep telling us to idolize the wrong people. They want us to idolize celebrities and athletes. Well, no, it's the Thurgood Marshalls, it's the Ben Carsons. These are the people, and these are legitimate, serious people of serious standing. And these are the people that you need to look at and say, there's your example. It can be done, right? But like anything worth having, hey, you got to work hard. The fuck you think? You got to work hard. Period.
Yo,
Fuckers don't want to do that.
did you see Young Jeezy, bro? What he this week he came out and said that like we're putting out the wrong music and shit.
Well, they're having that repentance. Yo, whoever the fuck got that echo, just drop the fuck off, bro. Well, I get sick of that shit. Like, what are you trying to listen to yourself on the radio? Oh, um, it's because how could you get old enough and you realize that like your dog, you do a song about shooting up a neighborhood or selling some fucking drugs. You're not talking about Beverly Hills, you know?
Yep.
You're talking about
Yep.
shooting up your own neighborhood with your own people in it. That's what you're talking about. You're talking about selling drugs to your own people. You're not talking about serving any other community. You're talking about serving your own community. So there's a embedded guilt that when you get older and you were one of the people that was listening to that music, you have to admit, yeah, this is brain rot for our kids. It's brain rot. They don't grow up idolizing productive citizens. They want to be a drug dealer. They want to be this. They want to be that. It's like, how is this good? So that when shit go wrong and you got a bunch of kids that end up in fucking Rikers Island and Sing Sing or Elmira, well, look at what the fuck they've been listening to, dog. Do you can't connect those dots? This is who they idolize. So when they end up all fucked up when they're adults, well, you think it happened on its own? No, no. It was the CIA. They did it.
Yo,
Yeah, it was Cash Patel's fault. He did it. Not your son blasting this fucking brain rot all day long. It's like, come on, like we got to take ownership of a lot of shit. And you could say, look, yeah, music is yeah, dog. You got a bunch of kids that are real young and they listen to, yeah, I'm gonna shoot her up the block, hit her with the cock. That's the song, bro. That's the song. All right. So hey, you don't want to take response. Hey, don't fuck it. Just keep pretending. Keep being in La La Land. Who fucking cares? You know.
Jules, from now on, I want you to do this rant wearing a MAGA hat, please.
It's not about wearing the MAGA hat. It's that I'm
I'm
not
joking,
from
of
nowhere
course.
else. No, you're not joking.
Yeah.
You're a fucking
I,
communist, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
oh wow, what a
Fucking
fucking diss. I'm a
communist.
communist.
He's
I'm a
fucking commie
communist.
over
I'm a
there.
capitalist, even though I
Communist.
don't own workers.
You don't
Like, come on,
capital.
bro.
Well, capital gains, capital one bank.
What's in your wallet? Apparently, it's communism.
Yo,
Condoms.
Virtuoso, he's mad at you because
Condoms.
he said you got him sick in New York. That's why.
Yeah, when I was in New York, he ran up on me with the spritz bottle and put the COVID on me. I got out the 2 train. Got your
Yeah, mix it
ass.
with incense.
Shout out to incense, bro. I ain't
So
smelled
that was your
incense in a
mistake
minute.
right there. You went back to New York, Julie.
But yeah, like I just don't see, like, I'm an adult now. Like I'm an adult. I've been an adult in a long time, and I came to that conclusion a long time ago that listen, the stuff that we're listening to, the stuff that I listened to when I was young, the stuff that I looked up to when I was young, where did it come from? What is it? And it's all criminality. It's all bad shit. It's like, nah, it's not good shit. It was bad shit we were listening to, and we were hyping ourselves up as youngsters to do bad shit. That's a real thing. It's still going on, but it's a real thing. And where does it come from? It comes from the music. Okay, and who's peddling the music? People from communities the same as us that look like us. It's not. So I don't want to hear the CIA bullshit. I don't want to hear that shit. CIA is not why you selling crack. Oh yeah, in the 80s, the CIA flooded the streets with crack. And who chose to sell that shit?
You.
Me?
Who chose to sell that shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why
Fuck
didn't they
out of here,
revolt?
bro. It's all bullshit, bro. It's all fucking communism. Yeah, shout out to the communists.
Under a capitalist system, but somehow it's
You know,
capitalist because it's
I just
capitalism's
get
fault.
so sick of the stupidity of it. The stupidity of it is what makes me angry. That you will not take ownership for anything you do, huh? You just none
Yeah.
of it. Yeah, nothing is your fault. You know, you can sit there selling crack, getting shot at, but it's the CIA's fault.
Who knew
Okay.
communism went from fucking Das Vidania to fucking selling crack on the streets?
Fuck. The
No, but
microphone is
no,
fucked
because
up.
when you think about it, it's just like, yo, look, I think we all from the ghetto here. I think we all are.
Yo.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Somebody's
What I was gonna say was, look, you hear the conversations that people have when
fuck.
they live in the ghetto, when we coming up and all of that, and everything is always somebody else's fault, isn't it? So yeah, it's always
Oh,
it's
shit.
the president. It's the president. No, it's your fucking fault. Your life sucks because you're not working hard enough to make it better. That's the truth.
Fuck,
That's
man.
That's the truth.
Yep.
It's not a lot to it than that. There's this mentality that somebody else is responsible for you. No, you're responsible for your own ass. You are. The fuck? You know, and that's the way it is, man. You know, that's
Yeah,
the way it is.
it's capitalism.
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't think there's anything wrong with capitalism.
Oh, there's a
That
lot
is, I
wrong.
don't think there's anything wrong. I'm sorry, but you want to live in Soviet Russia, just go to Russia, bro.
No, I just want things to work. You know, like social services to work.
Because socialism works, right? That works.
Yeah, it works as a tool. Like the fire department,
So
that's
show
a
me where it's
No,
socialism.
it's
worked.
not.
Show me where it's worked. Where has
Trade
socialism worked?
unions. You know, they come.
Where?
They're
What are
Where's it
we
work?
trade
talking
unions.
about?
I just say trade unions are derivative idea of socialism. That's all I'm
No,
saying.
no,
It's
it's not.
that's bullshit.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
that's
No, it's
Yes,
bullshit.
it
not.
is.
Okay, you're gonna go to
Yeah, you
fucking
know,
Starbucks tomorrow. You're gonna order some shit that has chocolate shavings in it,
Tea latte.
harping about fucking socialism. You fucking shit.
you know they're unionizing, right?
Shit.
I mean, it's all capitalism's fault, right?
Tell
I
Jules
think
I can't
capital.
hear him.
Just step out and step back in, bro. Somebody tell her, step out, step back in. Country.
Okay, I will.
Country fell asleep.
Herb, fuck off,
No, I'm here.
Can we talk
Go
about
find Brim.
Somebody's fucking
and
microphone.
then come back.
Somebody's microphone fucked me up. I can't hear nothing.
Herb, can you hear me? Herb?
Yeah, he
Just
doesn't
type
know.
it.
Herb,
For,
can
just
you hear me?
type it. Just type it in the chat for him, bro.
Okay.
You gotta skywrite it.
Yeah, do the plain shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm like, what is this surge of communism, socialism I'm seeing, man? I don't understand that. Like, yo, why don't you just go fucking live in Venezuela, man? Bring that
Yeah, all
shit
it
over
They
is,
here.
are
I don't
trying to
want
live,
that
bro, but
shit.
USC's fucking with
I don't
them.
want
I don't
that
know
all it
shit.
is
why.
that the pitch sounds good. That's it, way.
It's
Oh.
always like that with socialism because it
Yes.
idealizes things in a way that don't actually work in real life. That's why it always fails. It
Yep.
idealizes things in a way that doesn't actually work. It doesn't
Yep.
work. You know, capitalism works a little better because look, it's not a perfect system, but there is no perfect system. There
Yep.
is no perfect system, but that one's better than the other. I don't
Clearly.
know of any successful socialist nations. I don't know any. I know it's been tried, but it doesn't work.
Nah, just
You
a
know,
Scandinavian model.
No, that's not socialism.
it's
Yeah,
not
because it's a mixed
socialism.
economy. It's a mixed economy.
Mixed
That's
economies
what it
are
is.
all over the place.
Yeah, exactly. So it can't be directly,
No, it's not. Cannot be directly
capitalism.
that.
No, it can't,
you
bro.
can't-
No, it
It
can't.
is. It is.
No, it's
You just
not.
got it. You just got a lot
There's
of
studies of
people
No,
that.
it's not.
with
There's studies
un-American
of
No, it's not.
values, but insist on living in America. You can't make the shit up.
Plus, Scandinavia is like half like frozen tundra anyway. It's like all these people
Yeah,
that live on the
no,
coast.
because if Finland figured it out, hey, go to Finland.
Sure.
I don't want that shit over. I don't want to wear gray clothing all day. I
Yeah,
don't want to read
living with
Russian
You
fucking.
polar
stupid, bro.
bears and running from like penguins and
That
shit.
nigga said gray clothing.
You know, that's the problem. That people mix that shit with totalitarianism, and it's not the same thing.
Yes, it is, bro. It's the same
No, it's
shit
not.
because that's what it results in. That's what it results
Yeah,
in.
Which is what is resulting in right now with late stage
Socialism.
capitalism.
Socialism is. You know what socialism is built on? It's built on wanting shit that you didn't earn. That's what socialism is. Coveting what other people have because you feel entitled to it. Why should they
That's
have so much?
capitalism too. You're
It's not
social. You're listen.
capitalism.
You're listen. You're
Capitalism.
privatizing, but that's what it is. You're privatizing the gains and socializing the losses. All the money for everything you buy goes all the way to the top. It doesn't go to the workers, and then
Listen,
it trickles
bro.
down.
Capitalism never did nothing to me, you know. I'm for the capitalism. Get that oil from them Venezuelans. Bomb them if you have to. I don't give a fuck. I don't fucking
And
care.
create more chaos because then they're gonna
Fuck
come
yeah.
here.
Fuck yeah. No, if they try to come here, shoot them in the
no.
chest.
If Venezuela goes democratic, they'll just go back to Venezuela again.
Yeah, what you could do is bend the knee and suck our
Not true.
dicks, and then we'll work with you. About that motherfucking shit. Bend the knee and suck our dicks and give us your oil. How about that, motherfucker?
All right, on the boxing.
Shut the fuck up, country.
It'll be the
Oh,
Vietnam,
fuck.
bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
bullshit.
saying?
No, it will.
Take they shit.
Well,
No,
well.
take they shit. Take they shit. They got oil over there. I want you to get that shit.
Fuck
So the oil
yeah.
prices drop here.
I've been shutting
It's
the
Didn't
fuck
drop
up
during
half
the
my
ride.
life. Fuck you guys.
It's America, motherfucker. I don't give a
Shut the
fuck.
fuck up.
America,
No,
motherfucker.
no,
The
guys.
fuck
Joe,
up.
what up, baby?
No, you shut the fuck up, you fucking commie.
Now, who's these nuts? Who's these?
All these
Shit,
nuts you
that was a
fucking serve.
10-8 round
shit,
for
what up?
country.
I'm just fucking
Commie
That was a
with you.
10-8
is
round for
not a
country.
fucking diss like you think it
Because
is,
that's
bro.
what.
It's
No,
really
because
not.
It's a
that's
joke,
where me
man.
and country.
Chill. I'm
That's
joking.
where me and
It's not.
country. That's where me and country is like fucking Goku and Vegeta with the fusion. When it come to that communism, yeah, get that bullshit out of here, bro. Get the fucking bullshit out of here. It's fucking
Still
smotialism.
exists.
Smotialism. I don't want to be
Barely.
smotial. I want to be smotial.
Schmotial.
You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
think that
Shout out to
tribalism
these
is
nuts.
left
Who's
and
these
right
nuts?
shit, man.
Who's the?
Yeah, hold these
Shout out
nuts.
to my man
Fig, can
Fig.
you hear me?
Man,
How
fuck
the mic
that
sound? What up?
communism. Your mic sound amazing, bro. This sound amazing. Yo, I seen a video where fucking it was a beat maker and he was with Chloe Bailey and they made a beat on the spot. That shit was mean, dog. I ain't even gonna front. That shit was mean and motherfucking. I felt inspired. But you know what's been going on, Fig? Fucking Virtuoso's coming over here with all this commie crap from his university or
But
whatever.
you brought it up. You brought it up, bro. What the fuck?
What virtuoso, man?
All
You're
this
just
cappy shit you're
fucking
talking ain't really
Yeah,
real
coming over
anyway.
I've
here.
been listening. I've
It
been
don't
listening,
fucking
man.
work.
Shit.
Coming over here with all this
You know what I mean?
Dostoevsky bullshit. Like, bro, Moscow is
With
over
your
there.
fucking
Bro,
Adam
okay?
Smith bullshit that don't
Moscow's over
fucking
Oh no,
there,
work.
I'm
bro,
still
bro.
much smarter than her
Motherfucking
shit.
all this fucking
You
all
know
this
what you
fucking
listen.
yo,
Over there,
all
bro.
this fucking
I don't
all
want that
this
shit
fucking
over here,
All this
bro.
fucking
prosperity
money.
is from
I'm making money here.
capitalism. You don't fucking
I'm
know
making money on
nothing.
capitalism.
Money, okay?
Pick up a
Take
fucking
that
paper for once.
Dostoevsky, you take that
Read the fucking
Dostoevsky
pink
and all
paper.
that Nietzsche bullshit, and you fucking go
How
over there
the
with that
Somebody
fuck?
bullshit.
How
respect.
the fuck do you have a fucking Wall Street crash under a capitalist system then? If it's so great,
Or
If
a
it's so
capitalist
bad,
boom
no,
or a market
how many
boom.
times has
It's
the Wall
just the
Street crashed?
system,
'Cause
man.
fuck
Like
on.
How many
Get the
times has it
fuck on.
boomed?
exactly, it's not
How many
perfect,
times has it
and it
boomed?
Get the fuck
sucks.
on. Nobody's
It's
rushing.
all about making it
Nobody's
better.
rushing to go to any of these other places. No, they
I
all
don't
want to
even
come
speak
over here
Russian, and I don't, and it's not
fucking,
even a
with their
requirement
fucking
to
bright
understand
ideas.
socialism.
Hey, take
That's all I'm
those
saying.
fucking ideas. Take that shit to Moscow. Okay, take that shit to Moscow.
Or
Tell Putin
Scandinavia.
that shit.
All right, man. Quick,
Okay?
someone play the Russian
Yeah,
national
nigga,
anthem.
get mad.
You know, I got that shit in my playlist. I play it when I work out.
That shit's hard, bro. That shit goes hard. How did that shit not give you a fucking erection?
That's that shit.
Exactly.
That's that shit, yo. It's that fucking shit.
Oh my
I fucking I'm getting old, real talk. I hurt my fucking shoulder doing some shoulder presses, man. And I gotta lighten up the fucking load. I'm fucking
Word.
pissed. Yeah, it hurt my shit. Like I don't know if it's I don't know what specifically is wrong. It's been fucked up for about 3 weeks. I can still move the weight. You understand? Like I can still move the weight, but it hurts. I don't know if
Just
it's
alternate your positioning. Don't flare your elbows out. Tuck them in and press upwards with your elbows pointing inwards. That'll take tension off of your elbow or off your
yeah,
shoulder. Excuse me.
off my shoulder. Yeah, this shit fucking hurts, man. I fucking got mad, because I can still move the weight, but it's like, yeah, if I don't ease up, it's not gonna get better. If I don't ease up, and I'm like, I have trouble with that. Like, yeah, ease up, motherfucker. You don't gotta move that much. Ease up.
Yeah. So yeah, instead of flaring your elbows out, tuck them in for the next few weeks, and I'll just alternate your grips, and you'll be fine. Like you can still push the weight, like you said, and you'll be straight.
Yeah, yeah, fucking
Mom
hurt
Yeah,
my
you
Donnie's
just
just
shit.
gotta, you
fucking
just,
Jules up.
It's
yeah, you just
fucking this
gotta, you just,
Mom Donnie
you just gotta jerk
Wi-Fi.
off slower, man. A lot slower. You gotta jerk off
You see,
slower.
there goes that fucking socialism talk again. We're talking about bettering ourselves and getting stronger, getting our dicks
Bro, I
longer.
mean, honestly,
And
Este,
bro,
este,
you
este buen
might.
freco, all of a sudden.
Honestly, bro, no,
yeah,
like real shit, bro, like real shit. I would consult your doctor about maybe some testosterone, bro, because it's more
no, I don't
common in
need that.
older men than you think.
No, I don't need that yet. I still get erections. If there comes a day when I would benefit from using it, I would use it. But right now, nah. That was just. I think that was just I hyperextended. I was on the thing and I came down a little bit too low, and maybe I stretched it. And
He probably
shit.
hyperextended.
You know
Yeah,
what?
and when shit
Try
with
a
your
little bit of
tendons,
creatine.
takes a long time to heal. Like now my elbow doesn't hurt at all, thank God. The tendon
No.
here that was fucking with me, it doesn't hurt at all now, but that took months. That
Jules,
took months.
why don't you try a little bit of creatine, man? That might help.
I am gonna do that. I've heard that I still haven't started taking it, but I'm gonna take it probably in January, just because I know it does add a couple of reps to the set. It is good for you, so I'm gonna take that shit. Try to get
Try
Hey, you know
snack.
what? I'll shoot you a video
Oh
of
yeah,
this.
I
There's
started
this guy
exercising
who
too, Jules.
recommends a
You know what
say
I
it again,
did?
Herb.
digestive.
I started exercising too, man. I lay
Wow.
on my back and smoke a joint. I cough for like about 20 minutes,
That's good
here and there.
exercise.
Yeah, and I wake up in the morning. I feel like I did 20. It's like I did 50 crunches. And I'm like,
Fucking guy
Hey,
could
Jules.
swim. He could swim across the fucking Hudson, man. Shout out to the Hudson.
Hey,
No.
Jules, I'll
for
shoot
real.
you a video about that.
Coughing is
There's this
good. You're
guy who
right.
recommends like a certain type that's more pure than like the regular
Yeah,
ones on
because
the
there's
market.
so many creatine brands out there. You don't know which is the right. Because I do try to focus on that. A lot of my protein I get it from food anyway. I don't really care about protein powder, but creatine I do want to go with a good brand. Good
Oh no,
brand,
like no, on some real shit, bro. Fuck the brand. Just focus on creatine monohydrate.
Creatine
As long as
monohydrate.
when you look at the supplement value, like the supplements on the back, all it should say is creatine monohydrate. It don't need to say shit else. Like that.
Okay,
It don't matter what the brand is. Like just get creatine monohydrate, bro. That's all you need.
I'm gonna get that shit. I'll probably get it next month because I still got all this fucking Christmas shopping and shit, man. Ugh, this shit is hell on the wallet, bro. Hell on the wallet.
Hell yeah.
Shit, but it's a blessing having people to buy things for, right? It's a blessing.
Yeah. Yo, have
Um,
you
what
covered
the
that
fuck would
Johnson
you know?
Test
You're
shit?
a fucking communist. They don't get. There's no Christmas
I'm
in
not.
communist.
I'm talking boxing, bro. I just want to bring it back to boxing. Fuck
Yeah.
your
Okay,
shopping.
okay, okay. Well,
I'm
look,
just saying,
I'm gonna
like,
smoke a cigarette. You talk about the communism.
yeah, I'll talk about the communism, whatever. Anyway,
Whatever,
I was
Jules.
just,
Oh, man.
yo, I don't give a fuck, bro. I just don't understand why he doesn't want to
Hey,
understand that.
country.
Oh,
What?
Yeah,
well,
motherfuckers, they entitled to everybody entitled to their opinions or how they feel and whatever.
I don't even know anything
It's
about
it's
boxing.
funny when like for me when people get they either like super left or super right because I kind of view all that shit the same. It should be extreme. I think any system
Right.
there's no like perfect system, but you could take pieces of every system. I don't think there's like absolute goods or absolute evils.
mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? Like just
yeah.
realistically looking at it.
What were you gonna say, Herb? Herb,
Herb,
you
Herb,
there?
you there? Oh, I think the Feds got him.
I think I'm
Uh-oh,
gonna get
the
some
Russians
coffee.
got him.
Fuck it.
Oh shit, we got Herb.
The
What's up,
Russian,
man?
the Russians got him. The Steelers won.
Oh, they did.
Oh, they beat the Dolphins.
The
No
Yep.
Dolphins
surprise
suck.
there.
Country, come on
Yeah, no
now.
surprise there. No surprise there.
Damn, my woman is a Dolphins fan. I get to talk shit to her tomorrow.
And the Cowboys lost to the Vikings too.
Shut up. Shut your whore mouth.
I figured I'd just throw that in there and fuck with you guys a little bit.
Motherfucker.
Bro, country. So how was the fight, man?
It was good, man. There were some good ass fights. To be honest, the two fights that, in my opinion, that were the best was the Mercado fight, and then the other guy. It was a WBC Intercontinental Bantamweight Championship. I forget the champion's name. He fought this dude named Baca. That fight was a fucking war, man. It was great. A lot of action. They were going off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, most of the fights were good that night. The main event was a bit of a sleeper. Skies was all right, but it was a bit of a sleeper. You know, she did get hit a lot, but she wasn't like affected. So
Yeah, they moved you
Yeah,
up into some nice seats.
huh?
They moved you up into some nice seats.
Yeah, well, we went there and like our section was like cloth, like they had the cover over the whole section. So the lady told me, the usher lady, she's like, all the here, this section's closed, but I'm like, how? I got tickets. So she was supposed to collect my tickets, but they were on my phone, so she couldn't. But she gave me two. She gave us two tickets, and then they were better, like two rows down and over. So where I was sitting, I was literally like in the middle of the ring, up high. So I had like one of the best seats in the house, man.
Fuck
It was,
yeah, that's like some of the best seating right there.
the only problem I had was the damn ref kept getting in the way, and the two camera guys on the corner on one end of the ring, like the one guy, he just he wouldn't move, and
Oh
I
word.
understand why, but they'd go over there and be fighting against the ropes, and he's blocking, and I couldn't see shit. Oh, I was getting annoyed with that, but I mean, I can't blame him. He's doing his job. But and then it was a predominantly Chicano crowd. It was hilarious because like all the rivalries, like all the Mexican dudes start shouting out. Like one guy started shouting Michoacan, and all kinds of people did. And all of a sudden, you start hearing Jalisco, Guadalajara. All of a sudden, you know, people were like just yelling shit at each other. It was pretty funny, man. We were
yo,
all
country.
cracking.
What was their reaction to Joe Cordina beating Jesus? I think what's his name? Gabriel. Gabe.
Well, they were booing Joe Cordina in the beginning. And then,
Yeah,
like, every little thing that Gabe Flores Jr. did, whether it was a jab, a tap, any little hit, they would cheer like all big and loud. But by the end of the fight, a few more people actually cheered Cordina at the end of the fight, and a little.
right.
I mean, he got booed, but it was a little less. So I think it was just because Gabe Flores Jr. was like a freaking punching bag the whole fight practically. I mean, I'll give him his flowers. He had a heart for staying in there and not quitting, but he was
Right.
getting fucked up, man. I was like, God damn, someone stop the fight, man. This dude's getting hit too much.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
always been his problem since Top Ring is he's always getting hit because he doesn't know how to block punches. He's blocking it with
and
his
then,
head.
and then the funny part was he was pissed at the end of the fight when he heard that he lost. He was mad, and I'm like, oh, dude, how can you
Bro,
be mad? You fucking
bro,
lost.
this is the worst hometown fighter that I can think of right now is Gabe Flores. Like, dude sucks.
Yeah, it
He's a
was. Yeah,
disappointment to Stockton, man. They need a better rep than this, man. Sorry, bro. But it's true.
yep. And then the funny part of the night was when David Diamante got the door shut on him when he was trying to get in the stadium.
Yeah.
That shit was funny because the security guard chick, she like, he tried to get in. She opened the door slightly to talk to him, and he's like, "Hey, I got to get in." Blah blah blah. She shook her
Right.
head no, and he grabbed the part of the door to pull it open, and she just
Hmm.
took both hands and pulled it shut on his ass right in front of everybody. Man, he was pissed. That shit was funny, dude. But it enabled me to get a picture with him. So that
Okay.
was cool. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He was actually a really cool dude, though, man. He was a cool guy.
Hold on. Who's that? Who has some their speaker on? Like, yeah, I can hear we. I can hear us. On the feedback.
I don't know.
Yeah, like, please, can you like lower your speakers? Whoever's that. Anyway, well, I'm glad you enjoyed that. I'm thinking about going to that Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez card
Yeah, I took
on.
my daughter. It was her very first live boxing match.
Oh, that's great. Did she enjoy it?
Yeah, yeah, she actually did. But you know what made me laugh? She sounded like
Right.
all of us about the Pacheco fight. She's like, "Dad, this fight's like kind of getting boring."
Oh, wait, hold on. What did she? What did she? Hold on. If she thought that was boring, what did she say about this about the Sky
I
Nicholson
can't
fight?
hear nothing.
She didn't say that much. I mean, she was kind of like, about
You
Sky,
hear
but
me,
she was
country?
more bored. She was more bored with the Pacheco fight.
Yeah, the
Right.
I'm
Pacheco
laughing.
fight was it was getting there.
I was laughing my ass off because she sounded like us.
Oh
Like
shit.
I was like, oh man,
Yeah,
she would have been,
Pacheco's kind of shaky, man. I don't know, man.
He did a good
dude.
job with his
I
clinching and stuff, but it was just like,
Yeah.
yeah,
luckily,
he was
Sergio got that
clenching like a
knockdown. That made it more
motherfucker,
interesting
man.
because it was about to be a wash.
He got dropped at one point though, pretty good, man. Fucking
How
Sajo
do you feel
actually
about
caught him.
Pacheco Hamza as a potential?
Oh,
How that is
really?
likely to happen?
Hmm.
Well, I think
I think
first he yes. Oh, go ahead, country.
no, it's cool. I was just gonna say, I think
Is
Hamza might
Hamza
beat him.
really proven enough?
I don't
I don't
know.
know. I could be wrong though.
Silent morning. I wake up and you're not by my side.
I
I
can't
know
hear the
Herb
panel.
know that one.
Yeah, I can't hear the panel, man. Can you hear
Damn,
me?
Herb,
you're gonna have to.
can you
I
hear
can hear
me,
you,
Herb?
Herb.
I can't hear the panel.
Damn.
Herb,
He said he can't
can you
hear
hear me?
us.
Can't hear shit.
Going to the light, Caroline. Caroline.
This is weird. This is
Yeah,
weird.
I can't hear the panel, man.
Just drop off and
Yo,
drop back in, bro.
yeah, that's what you got to do.
I heard you guys talking about the Cordina fight. I think it's one of the best 130 fights this year.
What the Cordina
In Flores.
the one the fight he just had with Flores?
Yes, that was a good fight.
It was a good fight. It was an
Hmm.
okay fight. Okay
That's one
fight.
thing I like about
Hey,
130. That
Flores.
it always turns into competitive fights when it comes to 130.
Yeah, I mean it
I
was a good
wouldn't say it was
competitive
that.
fight.
I
I
wouldn't say
wouldn't
it
say,
was that competitive.
I
I
don't
mean,
think it was better. I don't think it was better than Mason versus Noakes. If I had to give a fight at 135, fight of the year at
Oh, no, no.
135,
What I
Mason
mean,
versus Noakes.
no, what I mean is about this division. The 130 is probably one of the best 130 fights this year.
Oh yeah, you could say that. You could say that. Did you guys see that Floyd Schofield is asking for 10 million to fight Abdullah Mason now?
oh my God, yeah, I saw that. That's so delusional. They're right up there with Keith Thurman. You know,
No, I
I
mean
mean,
just fucking say you don't want to fight and stop wasting it. Nobody's gonna give you $10 million for fucking Abdullah Mason, bro.
yeah, that ain't
Yeah,
happening.
that sounds terrified. Like they're terrified.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck, bro? Like you're basically asking them for Mason what Virgil Ortiz's manager is asking for Boots. Basically, because that's what he wanted, 10 mil. And that's
How do you guys think
crazy.
he's talking?
I mean, I don't know what's more delusional. Them getting 10 million or Sean Sattel saying that the four heads, the five families, whatever, like they're the fucking
No, you know,
mafia.
he finally
Us-
responded. You know, he finally responded. You know, because and I'm like, bro, like, none of this shit. It's like the socialism shit. This is not gonna work. What Amazon has to house four different promotional outfits. That means four different budgets to four different promoters. And that's assuming those promoters all want to work that close to each other. I don't think they do, you know?
that's not happening, and it's not the mafia. Like, shut up, man. Like, don't worry about the four family, the five heads. Get your own head. Get a head, and don't worry about that bullshit because
It,
it
it
ain't gonna
was it
happen.
was it was Tooth Fairy, it was Tooth Fairy Santa Claus type shit. You know what I mean? Like bro, what? This is your solution? This is your
And the
solution?
arrogance of it. He said he was Italian, and I'm like, that doesn't matter either. Like,
Yeah, it doesn't
shit.
matter.
And listen,
Like Jeff Bezos is not a boxing guy, you know.
He's not, no, and the other thing is this is all in opposition of what TKO is doing when what I'm saying is maybe we need what TKO is doing. Did you ever think of that? Maybe we need that because what we have been doing chased all the networks away. And that yo, Herb, you got to
Yeah.
do something about that mic, bro.
no, and I think if
I don't
guys
think he can
like
hear you.
Citel who really care about boxing, they would be calling out these four heads of the families a long time ago about the things they're doing wrong. Don't you think?
It's it it's just I think it's blind idealism in the sense that you already decided that Dana is the bad guy because he's not going to do things the way that things are normally done. Except that the way that things are normally done is why there are no networks in boxing right now. So
Bro, but
the problem is not Dana. The problem honestly is you guys enable these fighters to make it near impossible to make money from boxing. That's what you're doing, Sean. You think that yet it should be this way, that you should get the ass for whatever you want. Yeah, you fuck it. You just fuck the network, right? The network should just bleed out money because of the fighters, the poor fighters. Oh my God, the poor
bro,
fighters.
he's talking about the less than 1% of the boxing population. And you know what's stupid about that whole shit that he said? He mentioned Eddie and Bob Arum. Yo, Bob Arum, you got fucking death knocking on your door. Eddie is with the zone, you dumbass.
Oh man.
No,
And he
honestly,
wants them all to unify coincidentally under the same fucking network that
as
PBC is at.
PBC. Yeah, that's why
Go
it was
figure.
like I thought, you know, because I don't want to be disrespectful, but I'm like, bro, you got to stop shilling for your buddies. Like
That
on some
ass.
real shit. Boxing is fucked up right now because of you. No, not because of you, but because of your buddies is fucked up right now because of the way they do things. And I'm sorry to say, Dana is not perfect. I don't think he's perfect. I don't even know that this shit is gonna work for him. I keep saying that they're like, you guys may be overestimating how well this actually does. But if he's bringing an alternative to what people have been doing, you should welcome it. You should, because look at what you have to pay day to day, month to month, just to see boxing. Something is wrong, bro. Something's been wrong. There's no networks in boxing right now. And you keep trying to make Dana White the problem. Brody, the fighters are the problems. Their managers are the problems. They're the problem. To me, more than the promoters. More than the promoters, because you make it impossible for the promoter to do their job. What, Teofimo? Oh, yeah, he's not a pain in the fucking ass, right? He's not impossible to do some shit for, right? Virgil Ortiz wants $10 million, right? Check it out. Somebody kicks out $10 million to that fucking asshole. You know what that means? Boots is going to want that. And Boots, 10 mil. Virgil, 10 mil. What do we got, fellas? Another fucking pay per view
Yeah.
because of you greedy fucks. That's what we got. That's why boxing is not affordable. It's not the promoters, it's the fighters. They don't want to do anything. And you keep enabling that shit. I'm sorry, Virgil. You are not a $10 million fighter. They do a fight for you, it doesn't come nowhere near 10 million. Nowhere near. You and Boots is not a $20 million fight. It's not a $15 million fight. At the very most, it's a $10 million fight. 5 for you, 5 for Virgil. Okay, that's a $10 million fight. But you let the fighters have too much autonomy, and what happens? They don't want to do their job. That's what's going on.
Exactly, I agree with you with that.
Let me get my café con
Yeah,
leche.
these
I'm not done
promotional
ranting.
companies, these
Yo, and
promotional companies need to team up with a streaming service, like at this point, because like the way television is going, we've been looking at the
but
frequency. People aren't buying cable, so the
yeah,
networks aren't gonna have that advertised money to hand out, and, pay out to these companies like they used to.
Yeah,
So they're gonna have to
cable's
get
going
with the
away the
Netflixes
dinosaur,
and
man.
And
Amazons and stuff like that. I
something
think that's the best move.
something I kind of like about TKO is that not letting these fighters getting overpaid and spoiled will prevent them from doing the things these divas are doing now.
yeah. Um, what I gotta add to this is also is that um, the people that are like bringing up this whole, well, PBC was gonna create a belt of their own, and they would have went crazy for it. And I'm like, okay, are we seriously acting like these sanctioning bodies wasn't colluding with certain promotional companies to get certain fighters certain cushy spot in their rankings and then get a belt without even throwing a punch? Are we gonna pretend like that shit didn't happen, and why that fucking morally justifies an outlet, a promotional outlet like Zupa Boxing to exist under a UBO system, to manifest? Like, how the fuck do you think that pulling that type of bullshit doesn't get the fan irate and justify, you know what? Let these guys come in and do something else because this shit ain't working.
Exactly. That's my whole perspective on TKO. And I keep stressing that, look, just because they have a lot of money doesn't mean that people are going to watch it. I can't stress that enough, that Dana can have a lot of money, Paramount, TKO, the whole shebang bang. It all boils down to the content and whether or not it's good. And we don't know if it's good yet. We don't know what they've got. Hey, what do you got? A bunch of Vito Milnicki's and Daniel Yalusinovs. I'm sorry, I don't really get the sense you
Nah.
can take over boxing with that. I don't, you know?
Like, do you
But
see the long term? Like, let me ask you this: do you see the long term strategy from them? Like, for instance, Sean Tell went ape shit about them too and the Nationals in Texas, right?
mhm.
Isn't that what they're doing? Like, try to start off fresh by starting a base there.
Okay, in the long term, if what they're trying to do is corner the market on the upcoming talent that's going to be coming out of the amateurs, right? Well, you're going to have to kick out money, basically.
Yeah,
In other words, what everybody's so afraid of, that, oh, you're going to underpay the fighters, you're not going to pay them right. Well, to get those amateurs, you're going to have to kick out a lot of money, because I'm fairly confident, if no one else, Matchroom will offer them lucrative contracts.
yeah,
Matchroom will. Oh, yeah. They're going to kick out. Look at what they were paying Devin, bro.
mm,
They're gonna
yeah,
look at, right? So this is what you're competing with. See, the same thing that you're afraid of, that fighters are gonna be underpaid. Well, there's no way they acquire those blue chip amateurs without kicking out big money. You're gonna
yeah.
have to, if you want them. At which point, what you've been complaining about becomes a redundancy. If TKO is actually offering lucrative contracts to blue chip amateurs, well, isn't that what the fuck you wanted? You care so much about what the fighters are making. The poor fighters, no, they're underpaid.
They're just worried about who's paying them. That's all. It's not the guy they want. That's all it
Exactly.
boils down to.
Exactly. That the only way it works out for TKO to where they can corner the market on the next wave of talented, and really, we're talking about Americans, make no mistake. We're not talking about fucking so and so in Estonia that won a silver medal, right? We're not talking about that. We're talking about Americans. Okay, well, to acquire those American amateurs, you're going to have to kick out some money, serious money. Yeah, because they're going to get offered serious money. They are. So,
Yeah.
isn't that what you wanted? Isn't that what you wanted? You care so much about the fighters and their money.
Well, they
It,
only care about certain fighters. They care about like the 1% of fighters. The regular ones that still get shafted, that they don't talk about, they don't give a fuck about those
The
guys. Trust me.
bums, the cans, the regular everyday fighters, yeah.
Exactly. The
The
ham
shit
and
is that
eggers.
I said it in so many videos now that a part of the revival is they're gonna up the minimum that a fighter makes per round. How is that a bad thing? How can anyone perceive that as being a bad thing? They're gonna up the minimum per round. That's not bad. That's good.
Yeah.
The whole
Not only
the whole
that, they're trying to revive the programming structure of boxing because, like you said, all these networks left. Now they're gonna bring one of them in, a big one.
exactly. It's like somebody needs to ask Sean. Well, Sean, the way things have been, how many networks have left the sport of boxing, and why do you think they left? Why do you think they left? What Dana's doing, or what he's going to try to do, I don't know if it's going to work. It is sustainable, and that's what boxing doesn't have. Somebody needs to say, no, I'm sorry, we're not paying that. You're bugging. You're not worth that. And it would all resolve itself if a Virgil Ortiz really were worth the 10 million that he wants, then it's not a problem. Then it's just business. But you're not worth that. And the problem in boxing is you have too many boxers asking for money and looking for money that doesn't fucking exist. When Isaac Cruz and Lamont Roach are on pay-per-view and it does under 100,000 buys, well, what the fuck did you expect, dog? Who was asking for this? Is it a good fight? Yeah, it's okay, but nobody was asking for it, let alone, oh yeah, we got to pay $75 to see the shit. That's not going to work. And the people in boxing don't want to understand that. Steve Kim said it last week that yeah, the people in boxing wanted to stay fucked up so they could keep doing that dumb shit. No matter how many times it fails. We could try it. We could see. No, you can't see anymore. The networks are gone. So I don't feel. I don't. You know, maybe that's a byproduct of a lot of content creators that they want to be buddy buddy with the fighter for access. I don't have that perspective. To me, the fighters are the problem. The fighters and the managers are the reason that boxing is in the dump. You want money that doesn't exist. It literally doesn't exist. It's not going to come from the fans. They're not paying for pay-per-views, or have you not noticed? I can only hope that you're laundering somebody's drug money, because if this is you seriously going to the fans with this shit, looking for them to pay for these, it's not going to happen. It's not.
Well, they have an overinflated concept of their own value, and you know,
All of them. All of them.
yeah,
All of them.
How much does that
and
pay
that.
per view sell? Yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
Well, no,
No,
I
no,
was
the
about
only
that. I was
no,
going to
no,
say
there's
that's
a
the problem.
ballpark figure out there, Fig. I don't know if it's real, but it wouldn't surprise me. I don't know if it's real. But the only ballpark figure for what that pay-per-view did is 67,000 buys.
Mm.
And for 67,000 buys, right? You come back to the center. Okay, if that's all you sold, you may as well not have done it. Because that means virtually
That's
nobody bought
75 a
it.
pop. 67,000. What's that?
About 5 mil.
5
But
million?
remember, a portion of the 5 has to go to the operational costs it took to even do the pay-per-view, right? Then don't forget, Amazon is not letting them use their platform for free. Whatever comes in, they get a cut.
Are they going
And
to
this
even
is
break even at that with that? I mean, really?
it.
They probably wouldn't break even, but they'll cover most of the costs. You know what I mean? If they get
The
money from other places.
idea is that there is inflation in boxing that makes it impossible for the people in it to actually make any money. That's really what the problem is. Now, if you told yourself, okay, let's say you only had to kick out one to Isaac and one to Lamont, then of course that's not what they're after. But let's just okay, so now you're dealing with operational costs that are manageable, that leave the door open for you to actually make money. The way they used to do pay-per-views, you get a nominal guarantee, a small guarantee, and then you hope that there's an upside. And if there's an upside, you can make extra. The way these guys do things now, they want big guarantees. They want big guarantees and big percentages, which makes it impossible to make money.
Yeah,
And
the
the
pay
whole
per view
time you're
model kind
doing
of dead.
And the whole time you're doing this, because this happened over at least 7 years. When you do all these pay-per-views, you have to understand the network doesn't care about pay-per-view. They don't profit from that. Pay-per-views and gate receipts are for the boxing people, for them to make a little bit extra. What the network always cares about is the regular schedule. How many eyes are you getting on our platform on a regular basis? Because that's what makes the block valuable. If they know on a Saturday night 3 and 4 million people are watching a PBC show, that block becomes valuable. Advertisers then spend that revenue to the network to advertise their products. That's what the network cares about. And the networks kept getting shafted. They kept getting shorted that, well, why is Spence versus Porter a pay-per-view? That would have did astronomical numbers on Fox if you did it as a regular fight. But no, because fighter A wants this and fighter B wants that, we got to do it as, okay, then you did it. And what did you sell? 300 and change. When you could have got millions and millions and millions of eyes on that fight. And in the long run, Fox would have seen that, said, yo, they got 5 million eyes on that fucking fight. Let's give them more money. That's what they would have said. It's not, you don't need to be the smartest guy to understand that. Fox would have seen on a Saturday night, they brought us 4 or 5 million viewers on a Saturday night. Yeah, we got to give them more money. We need more of this programming.
In other words, value motivates the networks to give out money.
But when the operational costs go up by so much just to try to get the fighters to do their job, it's impossible to make money. It's impossible for anyone to benefit. You go on pay-per-view, you do about 300,000 or whatever it is. That's a paltry number for what you were spending. Like, that's not, Brody, you're on Fox. It's available everywhere.
Well,
how much of the networks leaving? How much of the networks leaving do you think? Just like, everybody moving to streaming.
That's a factor. No, that's a factor. That's a factor.
Because they got rid of a lot of networks.
Even with the transition, it's a factor. Like, that's a legitimate factor that cable, and I talked about it a quadrillion times, that Americans are cutting the cord. Cable packages are not moving as much as they used to, right? A lot of people are subscribing to only what they want to watch, right? The question then is, why don't more people want to watch boxing? Because there are successful television shows. When Showtime got basically phased out, there was a cluster of shows that Paramount absorbed. It was the ones that people were actually watching. So then you have to ask yourself, well, then why weren't the people watching boxing? But too many pay-per-views, too expensive. It's not hard to figure out.
Things and low value fights, because they weren't even given big fights for it.
Things that should have been on regular Showtime ended up on pay-per-view. For example, Wilder's big, I don't know that this would have did great numbers, but it's an example. So Wilder loses the 2 Tyson Fury fights. He comes back with Robert Helenius on Showtime. That was a pay-per-view. It didn't sell anything, Fig. And it didn't sell anything. If it would have sold something, then you say, okay, the ends justify the means, but it didn't sell anything. Now, how many more eyes could you have brought to the Showtime platform if you didn't bill it as a pay-per-view? You probably could have got 2 million eyes on that fight. So then you say, well, why did they bill it as a pay-per-view? Well, because Wilder wants this, and it all ends the same way. Well, the fighter the fighter doesn't dictate his value, and y'all need to stop letting them. You don't dictate what people are going to buy. The market dictates the value of your fight, not you. But they gave the fighters, I think the fighters have too much autonomy, and that is the nature of the problem. Oh, yeah, Virgil gets to not fight Boots because he wants $10 million. Why don't you go jump off a fucking bridge 10 million times? You're not a $10 million fighter.
Well, Turkey's not, a network, but at the same time, it's a kind of a good example. Look how much, he's brought us a lot of great fights, but look how much money he's lost because he's had to overpay people.
Yeah, and that's why he's not, and that's why Look, we can appreciate the cards that Turkey put together, but nothing that he's done makes for a sustainable business. You manufactured the value. You manufactured it because you have that much money to kick out. Yeah, you could do whatever the fuck you want, but that's not what the fight is actually worth. And that's the problem with I believe that is the problem. That's not the problem with British boxing. They don't have that problem. That's not the problem with Asian. They don't have that problem. That is the problem with American boxing. All these guys think they top billing, and 95% of them aren't. You're not. Devin Haney, you could like Devin Haney, you could respect him, whatever you think about him. The reality is that fucker gets paid too much. He does. What he gets paid is not a representation of his actual market value. But because he keeps getting paid that, he's going to keep looking for it. We're going to keep getting more fucking pay-per-views as a result. Even though it's not a representation of his actual market value.
Him versus Cambosos was nowhere near, you know?
Pro-gray on pay-per-view, country. Pro-gray.
Yeah.
Yo,
I did,
It's
but
you know what you
bro.
just said
the
right
shit
there
talking
is it,
was good.
Jules. You know what you said just there is exactly why the WBC topped on him in 2019 and gave him a belt because
Yeah.
of that. Hearn was
Yeah.
overpaying him, and he
They
got a belt
knew.
like a week after Loma got the vacant
They
one.
knew, like, you got a kid, you know, and they double dipped. They double dipped because you give Loma the franchise, so you're getting something from him, but you also give Devin the world so that you can get something from him. And then you give some asshole the interim so you can get something from him. And some jackass over there, he's got a silver and get something from him. Everybody knows the grift. But the biggest problem, if we're going to address Sean Zatel's gripes with TKO, the reason that I am a proponent of TKO, the reason I am welcoming them is because boxing needs structure. That's what it doesn't have. It doesn't have structure. It's just the wild, wild west. It's a bunch of jackasses at any given moment asking for money that doesn't exist. And who gets the shaft? You know who gets it? We do. Boxing is becoming more and more expensive for all of us to watch. Why? Because of these fucking assholes.
Well, don't think for 1 second that people that went to other sports didn't see that and use that as a motivation not to go to boxing also, you know?
You know? If the operational costs were kept within reason, you could probably see Peacock endeavor into boxing. HBO come back if the costs were reasonable. But nobody in boxing is reasonable. Rick Mirrigan wants $10 million. Floyd Schofield for an Abdullah Mason fight wants $10 million. And God forbid you get stuck in a contract with whoever promotes these fucking morons. So we got a guy he won't fight, basically. Unless we kick out this money that he's not good for, he won't fight. So either we take a fucking haircut and bleed red ink or worse. We got a product we can't sell. It's not hard to understand why the networks left boxing. This is ridiculous. This is not a business. This is just a bunch of guys trying to make off like bandits. The UK does not have that problem. The UK does not have that problem because those guys, whether you think they're good or not, they sell tickets. You could think Lee Wood is ass. You could think he's not ass, but he sells tickets. You could think Josh Warrington is ass. You could think he's not ass. Sells tickets. Johnny Fisher sells tickets. Dave Allen sells tickets. Derek Chisora sells tickets. They do.
But that's all a part of that
So it's
too.
just a
Is that
popularity thing, right?
part of
Just
that
get more
too, though, is
people
the
to do
British
it.
boxing fans have a different mindset from the Americans. That's a contributing factor.
I mean, they do. They're. I would say that the Brits maybe are a little bit more tribal than we are, and that's a part of it. They're a little bit more tribal than we are. That you got a guy from Essex. Oh, I'm the fucking slusher from Essex. I fuck all the bitches. And it's just the fucking greatest thing ever, right? Whereas you got fighters here from Texas, but for whatever reason, Texas doesn't really get behind them. Well, Shockey Foster's a great champion, but he's not a draw. He's not a draw. Stephen Fulton was a unified champion, unbeaten for a period. Philly wasn't behind him. They weren't. He said it himself. You know, Teofimo's an asshole. God knows where he's from, right? But who's really behind him? What you notice is there's so many fighters here in America that are here or from here or based out of here, but the audience is just not behind them. Whereas you'll get a guy, fucking Johnny Fisher. Yeah, they fuck with him. They follow him around, and his dad with a bucket of chicken, and they love it. Oh, Johnny Fisher, Johnny Fisher.
Point in case, Stephen Fulton had to go to Japan to make the most money he ever made, and he lost, but he made the most money he ever made in Japan, not here.
I think it's also that the American fighter has taken the excitement out of boxing, the excitement and the danger out of boxing. And I say this because look at the pain in the ass that we have to go through to get two unbeaten fighters in Virgil Ortiz and Boots Ennis to fight each other, right? But you didn't have to go through none of that for David Adilier to fight Fabio Wardley. You didn't. You didn't have to go through none of that to get Frazier Clark in there with that same Fabio Wardley. You didn't. You didn't have to go through none of that. Whereas boxing and
the promoters, like
no, it's not the promoters. Even Oscar's a fucking sack of shit. But it's also the managers, it's the Rick Merrigan, and it's the fighters that just go along with it, that they just let it happen. Because Fabio could have took the same stance that Virgil took, bro. They could all do that. The difference I see between the guys over there and the guys over here is the guys over there want to fight. They want to fight. It's their job. The guys over here don't want to fight. Not Virgil. You're not a child, Virgil. You're not a 22-year-old. You're almost 30. Everybody does all the talking for you. Your father, your manager. What do you want? Floyd fucking Schofield. Fucking Floyd Schofield. You just gonna let Mama Sco? That's it? It's the Mama Sco show. It might as well be. It's the Mama Sco show. Pull up the chamomile tea and grab the good book. It's time for Mama Sco. You know? I think that a big part of the American boxing scene's problem, and I could go on about this for hours, but one of the major problems that the audience has, they're not excited. They're not. They're not, bro. They're really not. You know, like the passion. Like when Wilder and Joshua was a thing, there was a lot of passion. There was a lot of, whether you like Wilder or not, there was a lot of passion. Like, yeah, people cared. They were invested. Right now, I look out there, bro, who are they invested in? They don't really care that much.
You cannot name a fucking potential big fight that was killed by promotional hubris than this one.
Yeah. And that was also on the part of the Americans in the sense that Showtime, Stefan Espinoza was a big party to killing that fight. Big party to killing that fight. It's not your job.
Him and Al Heyman were big fight hitmen.
Yeah, because Al Heyman is going to have his stance. For better or worse, he's going to have his stance, and you can kind of understand that when you're doing the role reversal. I mean, when you're role playing. You know, that Al Heyman's going to have his things he wants. Eddie's going to have his things he wants. But Stefan is intended to be the smart one. You're intended to be the smart one in the sense that, look, Eddie, we want to do this fight, and we want in on this action. Let's work this out. Because this conversation became a conversation before Eddie goes on to Zone. It was a conversation. And that was your moment to do it, where Showtime could have been involved, where Showtime could have had the U.S. rights. But once the Zone comes into it, all right, now it's different. Yeah, it's different because they operate in America. Where before, if you guys weren't sandbagging it, acting like a bunch of homos, you could have did the fight. But Sky in the UK, Showtime in the US, it would have worked. I need pity. All right, well, now we don't have shit. We don't have shit. It didn't happen. You didn't get anything. You fucked it up.
You let a fucking background character dictate the terms, bro. Like, yo, wasn't Joshua already on Showtime by that time? I already saw fucking Dillian White against AJ on Showtime, bro.
He was. When you saw Joshua Klitschko, Showtime had the rights to that fight. They had to buy them, but they still had them. and HBO.
And
And that was your
HBO. That's
moment.
how big he was.
That was your moment right then and there, that pocket to get it done. Get it done, because if you get it done now, you'll have those US rights. Sky will have the UK rights, and this will be a whale of a fight the heavyweight division hasn't seen in years. No, you wanted to act clicked up, Stefan. And this is why I said that you were too close to the fighters. It's almost like a manager that's too close to his employees and they start fucking up and you let him, when that's not what you're there for. You're there in the best interests of Showtime. You're a quality control officer. You're supposed to be there to make sure that they're making the fights that get Showtime the ratings. That's what you were there for. But it's very obvious you grew too close to that team, to those fighters, and you stopped doing your job. You did.
You know how they say the meek shall inherit the earth? Now I come to my recollection, but I think it was at that time that Les Moonves was gone because of Me Too shit, right? And it was all up to fucking Steven Espinosa because he was a big head, at Showtime. He was a fucking bigwig, and he basically called it up to them. You're supposed to be the content like moderator, and he didn't
Yeah.
fucking do that.
That his job, he was supposed to be the guy that says, no, we're not going to put Gervonta versus Leo Santa Cruz on pay-per-view because people aren't going to buy this. I want those ratings to go to the network. If we do this as a pay-per-view, what, 200, 300,000 people if we're lucky buy it. But if we do it as a regular fight, my network gets over 1 million, 2, 3 million. And that's what I'm in it for. But Stefan didn't do his job. What? Look, I don't want to be Mr. Know-It-All, but you tell me, didn't I say this fucking guy is going to get fired? He's going to get fired.
Yeah.
Why? You're not doing your job, bro. You're not a
Yeah, you said
promoter.
that many a time, Jules. I remember that.
You're good. I said this is not sustainable. Showtime's going to leave boxing, and this guy is going to be out of a job. Why? Because you're not a promoter. You're acting like you're a promoter or a boxing person. You're a network liaison at best. At best, you are the bridge between them and the people that are giving them money. And not for nothing, you're really there to crack the whip. You are. That's what
I
you're
was getting some
supposed to be
kickback.
doing. Say it again, Fit.
Yeah, it would have said it
He
would have.
probably was getting some
Go ahead.
kickback from Al Heyman. You know what I mean?
Possibly. But whatever he
How
did,
can that
it's
be?
like
Like,
you never saw
Boxing dirty.
anybody. You never saw anybody. And there was a guy. There were guys, bro. You understand? There was a Stefan Espinoza equivalent at ESPN. There was a Stefan Espinoza equivalent at Fox. His name was Bill Wenger. But you never saw any of them take the role that Stefan took. That's how you knew he was too close to the action. Like, bro, you're not here to be
yeah,
rubbing elbows.
consigliere. Like just grab the fucking coffee, and like push
Exactly.
buttons.
Like, you're not here to be rubbing elbows with these fighters or trying to be cool with these boxing. You're not here for that. You are here to protect the best interests of Showtime and make sure that they're getting something for their money. And you didn't. You literally didn't. You were a party to a lot of shit that was fucked up. So that's why you don't work there anymore. I mean, really. That's why you don't
And
work
the
there
fucking
anymore.
crybabies, like they like to claim that, oh, it wasn't PBC that fucked it up. It was Viacom because of Showtime Sports and this.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Listen, bro. Boxing took up a lot of the budget when it came to sports. They wasn't showing fucking Showtime documentaries
It was
every
it
fucking
was it
Saturday.
was PBC and Bellator. And I know they wasn't spending on fucking Bellator what the fuck they was
No,
spending on PBC.
give me a break.
Moreover, television is not hard to understand as an industry. So long as people are watching, it doesn't fucking matter. It could be a fucking sock puppet out there. If people are watching that sock puppet, Paramount is going to say, look, I don't know what the fuck, and I don't know what the fuck. We got to bring that shit over. Very simple. We got to bring that shit. People are watching that fucking sock puppet. I don't know why, but they are. Got to bring that shit over. It's not hard to understand. Now, you guys took millions and millions. It's insane how many millions of dollars you guys fucked off on pure bullshit. And if you want to know what I mean, look at Danny Garcia's resume. Ivan Redcatch, Brandon Rios, over $1 million at a time so that he could fight Brandon fucking Rios. Wow.
Adrian Granados,
Oh!
Alfred Santiago.
What did you pay Jermall Charlo to fight fucking Hugo Centeno, bro? What did that cost?
I heard his purse for that fight was $2 million.
And now think about it. Think about it. That's just what Jermall got, right? Whatever Centeno got. Obviously, it's not $2 million, but whatever Centeno got, whatever the undercard fighters got, whatever you had to pay the production, whatever you had to pay to promote it. Where does that put the operational costs of a fucking dud? It's a dud. So what did you spend? 5-6 mil to put on this dud? There was
No,
never
it's like
any quality control. There was never any quality control over there. Never.
Jules,
not only that. Oh, go ahead, man.
I was just going to say really quick, where Showtime fucked up was they should have never let Ken Hirschman leave. Ken Hirschman was the quality control guy at Showtime, and they fucked up by letting Steven Espinoza bamboozle them into saying, "Oh, if you let me run it, I'm gonna bring 200 plus fighters to your fucking platform," knowing that that motherfucker was never the matchmaker and he had no interest in keeping Showtime on the air. Like his whole fucking deal was with the PBC. Period.
You know what the worst part is? At the very beginning of the PBC, they did have the ingredients to be successful. They did. If you would have made the Broner Garcia fight, for example, that would have did numbers. Yeah, Adrian Broner versus Danny Garcia, that would have did numbers. If you would have did Thurman versus Spence, that would have did numbers. Yeah, it would have did numbers. I remember there were a lot of people waiting for the Jarrett Hurd versus Jermall Charlo fight. I've got it. Jermell Charlo, I've got it. Right? Now you had two guys in Deontay Wilder, Charles Martin, both unbeaten. Obviously, you're more invested in Wilder than you were in Martin. You didn't make it. You had it, but you didn't make it. You
Wilder probably
had
would
the
have lost.
you had the ingredients to put together a string of high profile fights that I believe would have did good numbers, so long as keep it off pay-per-view. That's the main thing. Keep it off pay-per-view. I promise you, you would have did Wilder versus Martin, for example, right? Because this is when Wilder's stock is picking up. This is when that's happening. You probably would have did 2-3 million views with that fight on Showtime. Probably would have did 2-3 million views. And that would have been a huge number on a premium cable network. Anything, once you go past a million on a premium cable network, that's big time. That's big time. Wilder did that once with Luis Ortiz, a little over 1 million for the Ortiz fight. And those ratings were very good for that night. So you had the tools to make this sustainable. But the whole reason that you even got those 200 fighters is why you promised them all big money. That's how you got them. So fucking off money became part of the wrestling. Like, yeah, we got to fuck off this money because we told him we going to give him this.
So you would have preferred their model to be like ESPN, but you know, I mean, like Top Rank, but it's like
Yeah,
they're
it
off
would have been
ESPN too
Fig. It would have been more sustainable and more
for a little bit.
successful. It would have been more sustainable and more successful for them. Like this doesn't cover all the problems. This is just the PBC stuff. How could you have made your relationship more fruitful with the networks that you were working with? How could you have made that better? That's how you could have made that better. Now, if we're talking about large scale, big problems in the American boxing scene, how could you have remedied that? This is a kumbaya scenario. It would have never happened. But the way you could have made things better, work with Top Rank, work with PBC. You guys sit down together. You got this guy at this weight. We got this guy at this weight. Let's build this between us. Let's build this. Now, you know that wasn't going to happen, Fig. You know that wasn't
Yeah,
going to
especially
happen.
at the time. No, definitely not. A
But
lot
for
of
the
competition.
but for hindsight being 2020, if you look back and say, well, what could have been done differently in the past that would have made for a more fertile boxing market today? What could have happened, right? What could they have done? What you guys could have did was you guys could have sat down, looked at your stables and said, let's build a string of fights because let's be honest, we make the most money when we work together. That is a fact. Fury versus Wilder is one of the biggest fights the PBC ever did. But the second one with Top Rank was even bigger. was even bigger. Spence and Crow, like your biggest fights at the PBC involve other people. Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis, Golden Boy PBC, was one of the biggest fights you ever did. You can't do it on your own. So what would have needed to be different is you guys would have needed to sit down and come up with a plan to make money with each other, because you can't be divided. It's the same audience. It's the same. You can't do this island bullshit. It's the same audience, and they want what they want. You can't ignore them. They're going to leave. And, they did.
You don't think what would have been better is trying to get on the streaming wave, like back when
No,
Eddie
because
Hearn and Big Zone was trying to
streaming was inevitable, right? Streaming, that move, talking about streaming is tantamount to talking about the transition from the 8 tracks to the cassettes. It was going to happen. From the cassettes to the CDs, it was going to happen. CDs, MP3s, that was always going to happen. You can't stop that.
No, I don't mean stop it, but I mean like
no. What I mean is so that you can get on that wave. In other words, so that you can get on that wave, there's only one way. You got to make yourself valuable. If 1 million people at a time on a Saturday night, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, are watching PBC, you're valuable, and they'll bring you over. That is how you assert your value. The biggest thing in television, the biggest thing in streaming, it's the same thing. Are people watching? It's the same thing. Are people watching? You don't got to wonder if people are watching the NFL. You don't got to wonder about that. You don't got to wonder if people are watching the NBA. You don't got to wonder if people. You don't got to wonder if people were watching the World Series. You know they were. They were. What happened to boxing? Why is boxing in a dump? People not watching. Yo, whoever the fuck is in a fucking lawnmower, mute your mic. That's the problem with boxing. What made boxing appealing to people that you would even want to watch it, y'all trying to remove that element from it. The danger, the drama, the high stakes, the chance you might lose. You killing what the fuck makes people watch it. If none of that is in play, and a lot of the time it ain't, when Boots fights Uisma Lima, oh God, I'm scared now. He's fighting Lima? Oh shit. When Virgil Ortiz fights Erickson Lubin, you're sapping what even makes this watchable. And how many more fights like this do we got to get before you fight a live one? How many more?
Country said 5 more.
I'm going to bed, bro. Okay? Going to bed.
All right,
It's
bro.
been a spirited conversation. I'll see y'all motherfuckers on the next one.
All
Peace,
right, have a
Jules.
good night.
Peace.